Cleaner will be along shortly. I think he was in yesterday making sure that we were still doing it. I really hate taking time off to go do stuff, but it's going to get really hectic over the next couple of months with me being in and out of town.
Yeah.
And but it'll be okay. You guys will muddle through somehow.
We will make it in absence of Dad One.
So why exactly? What are you doing with your light? Do you understand it? If you look into the light, it blinds you.
Well, my light is broken, so I got a flashlight, but I'm like, maybe this won't work. It actually is very bright though, so I'm gonna just.
Has it been a slow week selling cars, Kel?
No, it's honestly been a pretty decent week. It's been. I started off my week so good.
For the one day that you've been there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I started off my week so good that I literally haven't I haven't worked for like 2 or 3 days. But I had a good start to my week.
Okay, I can throw it in the mod chat.
I met this gentleman, and he was getting cars for like all 6 of his daughters. I love him.
Did you? That's gross.
Oh, that's disgusting. That materialistic giggle where you're like, oh, he's so rich, he's got so much money. Oh, I'm gushing.
No, I love him because he made my week. He made me not have to work like half as hard. I don't love him like that.
Oh.
I don't gotta love him like that. I just gotta love him until he signs papers and is out the door.
I got you. Okay, so yeah. Kel, why did Andrew Wilson call you? What was it again?
The R word. I shouldn't have said that on Twitch. God forbid. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so why did he hold you in such low regard? I got you.
Because I spoke too fast, so he couldn't hear what I was saying. His listening comprehension skills are in the garbage.
Oh no, he's listening to Destiny, brother.
Yeah, no, it's because his listening comprehension skills are in the garbage. He was like, you know what you sound like? Blah 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 blah. You didn't even make a point. No,
Closed Conservative says, Grid, love you, brother. Everyone take a shot for my father-in-law. Got a nasty diagnosis today. That's rough, man. I can't see his avatar. It looks familiar, though.
Yeah, that's that guy that used to come on all the time. The black guy from, like, Nashville or whatever.
Joe Mobley.
Yeah, Joe Mobley, yeah.
Uncloseted conservative. That's what it is. Dude, bro.
I'm glad you're out of the closet.
Yeah, uncloseted conservative. That means he doesn't have to hide it anymore. Yeah.
That means he can wear like long skirts.
Hey, Mobley, we're doing Star Wars debates tonight. You need to get up here and have some fun, my friend. Doing Star Wars. And we'll talk to you, man. We'll help you through this. We will. It is absolutely terrible, Joe Mobley. Joe Mobley be a great judge.
Kel rechat. Oh my God, I'm actually the worst.
Everybody that wants to debate needs to click the link and get on up here and join the conversation and get into debates so I can judge you, because that's my role as judger. I'm the judgee.
Are we only going canon, or can we include legends in this as well?
You know, I'm open to whatever, because I am not. I'm not, you know, I'm not actually that big a nerd. I know I seem like it, and I have watched a lot of the movies, but I don't read like every little, every little thing comes out. I don't, you know, like my kid knows more than me. He's watching the Bad Bunch. He's watching all this stuff. So he's into the anime. He's all over. But
Greg, my chat was wondering if it's open panel, or is it open debate panel?
It is an open debate panel. Which means that unless you're a complete moron, I'll let you up.
Hey, even if you are a complete moron, he might look at me.
Hey. Seriously, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, take it off, Kel. Why are you putting that on? You're covering the skin. There you go.
Dad won. What's up, Doug?
I am boggle open tonight, my man. How's it going? Lindsay Smith is in the chat. Screaming Beagle's in the chat. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you.
Screaming Beagle was in my chat. He said to go wash my face after I put the R on my forehead.
Block is judging all of you. Cover yourselves for Jeebus and Harambe. Harambe died for you.
Someone clip that, please. Sorry, Harambe.
Oh, I got the best clip of you, Kel. It is
No,
so
no, no,
good.
no, 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 no. Every time I see you, you know, it's gonna start losing its sparkle eventually, Grid.
Nope.
No. This is a new one. Where's the new one? Hang on. Stand by. I'll get it. I have it right here, I think. There it is.
Pasta water. I don't know how to mod you, but I totally would.
You what now?
Oh, I just don't know how to mod pasta water, but I totally would. Beagle was in my chat saying that I should wash the R off my forehead, so I did. He said, I wish we could just brand you as an R word. Andrew Wilson said that to me, so I put a big R on my forehead.
Is that what he did? Oh, that's not... Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Andrew said he's thinking of starting a merch line that's like first black fan, second black fan, third black fan. Like sending them out and like custom making them for each black fan that's like the first to order.
Yeah. You'll be a winner.
To be a winner.
This is such a great clip. Tyler's gonna fall out laughing, and his brand new fresh wife is gonna wonder what the hell's going on.
Ryan is living the high life. Do you think Ryan gets the good end of the stick? Everyone fucking hates Ryan.
Wow.
I asked that question from the second I met Ryan. That's not what I meant, Ryan. Evil timing right there. Evil. He said, oh, look, who's in waiting? You know what I could do? An agent of chaos, Grid is.
That was so great. That was just like, everybody hates Ryan. It is serious.
He said, good morning. Wait, he
Oh, man, that was good.
What did I do?
And now Tyler's wife's going to be like, why are you laughing so hard? What's wrong with you?
No,
Boy.
she's doing her own thing. I'm searching for people right now. I'm calling fellow nerds.
Yeah, call the nerds. Call the nerd squad.
If I keep taking out all my nose rings, K2, they're gonna close up. You can't just pick every week to take them out. This is how I look. So I am.
You could just not do the nose rings, and then you'd look normal and attractive.
That's what K2 wants. K2 keeps donating. He donated me $10 when I was at a pool party to take out my septum ring, and I lost it by accident.
Don't make what, Kronos? That was great. That's great. I'm waiting on a few more. We got to have a few more people join the show. I know. Look, I understand a lot of people are over doing cool stuff, watching Andrew annihilate people.
Wow. I don't know about that, but
Did you not see Andrew, like when he talks? Did you miss?
okay.
that?
I'm sorry. Is your his dick is so far in your mouth? I just couldn't hear anything you're saying. What?
Oh, I don't know about that, but
I do.
But like every time I've watched Andrew in an exchange, is like.
Oh, he's just so awesome and handsome and.
No, I didn't say I agree. With
Jealousy's not a good look for you.
I didn't say I agree with him. I said that he's really good at like controlling a panel and a conversation.
I don't know. He just mutes to his chat. Maybe to his chat because he just mutes. Puss move. Insane wheels
Well,
of thinking.
even in situations where he can't mute, he's usually capable of controlling it.
Wait, who
Andrew.
cares? Who cares?
Well, you seem to care because you know he's living rent free in your brain for some reason. Is it because he upset you so much? Are you in your feels?
What?
Do you need
Ever.
To cry? Do you need To
Whatever.
cry? Do you need a shoulder to cry? Do you want a hug?
Not from Baldy. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Who in my chat?
It looks like Anson, except not as good looking, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, Grid. That's some cap right there. She looks way better than I do.
She only looks better than you, in your opinion, because she has boobs.
Yep.
Hey, it's Agrillipus. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Yeah, I was out riding tonight, and I was thinking about you, you know, and all of the stuff that we talked about the other night, and it, you know, I was actually really glad that my wife doesn't ride at all. So my wife met me for dinner.
Your wife doesn't ride at all? You should go to marriage counseling about that.
See, now, Kel, that was almost funny. Almost. Funny.
Almost, but it hurt a little too much.
Nah, it didn't hurt at all. Yeah, no, she doesn't ride
Does it
motorcycles.
hurt when your wife pegs you?
Whoa. No, that has never.
Sorry, I was on a roll.
That's never come up in conversation. How does it come up in conversation with you so often?
Does it really? I feel like I have not brought it up that often.
You enjoy doing that? Do you have a lot of experience with it? Is that why you talk about it?
Sounds like Kel needs a confessional, but I'm not sure.
Absolutely not. It's just funny. It's just a funny topic of conversation, I would say.
If you say.
Anyways.
Anyway, yeah, my wife met
doesn't
me
ride. Yeah.
At this Japanese kind of it's like a sushi and grill or hot pot and grill kind of. I mean, it had a little bit of everything. It was pretty cool. You know, cooked some meat, came home. That was about it. The vegetables I always question. I'm always like, I don't know. That's not really my thing. But the steak is always good. But I was out riding on the motorcycle this evening.
What are you riding?
Tonight I was riding a CBR 600 F4.
Live. My sister just
a sporting bike.
My sister just started legalizing her fucking Honda, like fucking 2FCC. I was like, why would you not just get a street bike at that point? You know what I mean?
I didn't actually hear the first part. You have to speak into the microphone.
Oh, sorry. She has a Honda. My sister. Sorry, Brian. I'm having PTSD to whatever. I'm like,
A Honda what?
I don't know, 250, 60. I don't know.
Well, there's like sport bikes, and they have like.
No, it's like a dirt bike. It's literally like a dirt bike. I can show you.
Like an enduro.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. It's like an old dirt bike though. Like she spent so much money fixing it up. I feel like every time she's in the desert, she's fixing like.
That's the best part is when the bike breaks down and you can fix it. That's like the coolest thing.
If you're riding a bike in the desert, you're gonna be fixing it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be fixing stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah, but she just went through the process of legalizing that one. I'm like, why wouldn't you just? Ew! You invited a ginger. Get him off the panel. Ew, a ginger.
I'm actually not a ginger. It's just a lighting. I'm brown.
Well, she's a ginger, and we're only allowed one at a time because of health codes.
I know. I started bursting into flames. I was like, "Stop, Grid!" Stop.
All this gray used to be ginger. So I guess I should go.
I'm sure all this brown will become gray soon enough.
There you go.
Did
your camera freeze, or is that just like a picture you have up?
Gingers go gray way sooner than everyone else. Fun fact. My mom
Sorry, were you talking to me about the camera?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was talking. Yeah.
Oh no. I don't think my camera froze. It looks fine to me. So.
Yeah, it's frozen on our end, bro.
Oh, weird. Okay.
If you're using
That's just a picture
Microsoft
you have.
Edge or whatever the hell it is, try.
No, I'm using Firefox.
Even worse.
Here, I'll just do that and try it again.
You'll want to use Chrome, man. Chrome is the browser that's compatible with the software. If you don't use Chrome, it doesn't work right.
Interesting, because I used this software with another person to do a podcast, and it seemed to work right there. So, not sure.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Kels likes Andrew, but won't say she has a crush. That's insane. That's insane.
I think you do have I actually think you have a crush on Brian from whatever, but you know, I think he's got a girlfriend now. $2 comes in from Kronos 420. Gingers battle-toed themselves out. That's funny.
That man wants his girlfriend to bow when he walks in from work. Like, imagine walking home from work and your girlfriend's like, that's what he wants.
What's wrong with that?
Yep,
definitely not a crush.
That sounds great.
What is wrong with that, though?
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
I don't think he's gonna be down with my polycule.
Every man has a different measure for what they want when they come home. You know, just like every woman has a different measure for what they want in certain situations from their man.
Of course.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's
Also,
just a preference.
I feel like fucking. Also, I feel like Andrew is probably like a debate. Like, unfair debater because he's literally like, there's one option, then there's the other, and I'm like, that's like, it's so relative. Like that is.
He's not an unfair debater. If his opponents are not skilled enough to call out when he calls a false dialectic, that's their
No,
fault.
I just
and they're
wouldn't
unskilled.
answer one or the other, and he started spurging out about it. Andrew Wilson Crash Out
He's
featured
not
on
unfair
Sarah's
'cause
channel.
he's
Just kidding,
outsmarts
kidding.
you. But
Kidding. I should definitely not be throwing straights. We love the Crucible, we love Grid, we love God, etc. Sorry.
You know,
That's
the thing
probably
I
all
thought.
true.
The thing I thought everyone was gonna
Amen.
freak out about it when I joined was the fact that, you know, I have ANCOM in my name because I'm an anarcho-communist. So I figured, you know, that would get the.
No, I mean, if Fabian knows this is going on, we'll have an anarcho-capitalist over here, and if John Mosman comes in, we'll have an anarcho-Christian. So, you know,
Fun.
I can collect the full set. But just in case you guys missed it, this is
yeah, I was gonna say
this happened earlier. This was last night. It was great. And you know, I know you guys are all going to get a really good. Oh wait, why didn't it attach? Hang on, stand by. There we go. Now I got it. All right. Just, you know, because why not? This is
Bruh.
just, it's too
He's
much.
living the high life. Do you think Ryan gets the good end of the stick? Everyone fucking hates Ryan.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
I asked that question from the second I met Ryan. I was
knew
like, man is
that
living
was
the
so
high life.
good. That was so good.
Evil stuff.
Fucked up. I don't hate Ryan, and I disagree with a lot of shit he says. I don't
I don't
hate
hate
him.
Ryan
yeah.
either. I don't hate Ryan either. I'm just saying, like, this person was saying that Ryan, this person was crashing out on the panel because he's like, Ryan
yeah,
gets.
but you said
lives
everybody
like-
hates Ryan.
Well,
You literally said everyone hates
You
Ryan, and he
said
literally
everybody-
showed up
you can't
right
say
Ryan knows
that.
what I meant. Okay, listen. Ryan knows what I
I don't
meant.
think he does.
But we're all in question of what you meant.
That was so good, though.
Well, I'm
It was,
trying to explain it. I'm trying to explain it. It's because this guy was literally crashing out on the panel, and he's like,
No, I'm still
Grid,
on.
what? He's like, why is it that this guy?
I was just adjusting my audio.
He's like,
Okay, go
why is
ahead.
it? He's like, why is it that this guy gets so much panel time and airtime? This guy's living
Do you
such
guys
a
still want me
glam.
to be on this?
Hey,
I
Shannon.
can hear you. Yeah, you can be a little louder, but I can turn you up over here.
But this person was literally like, oh my god, this person has such a glamorous life. They get so much panel
You guys
time. I'm like,
regret this decision yet?
Cope. Keep coping, Kel. Keep coping.
yeah. Who said that?
Opium flows.
I fucking did.
Oh, we're back to blue.
Oh,
Does someone want to pay for Kel to get muted already so we can move forward?
Yeah,
oh, that's
we
cool.
got
I like the black and white.
Started asserting myself like the loner.
Yeah,
That's
it
actually
feels-
almost
I'll
classic.
do that. I got you.
It actually, it's kind of
calm
classy
down.
looking. Yeah, with the little dangly curl,
Hang
she
on, wait,
almost
we're
looks
gonna
classy.
do-
Almost. If I didn't know her, I'd say she might be classy. If I just saw like the side profile shot, but I know her, so I'd never say that shit.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I don't know what the thing is
Why
with
is
the
it-
bow,
I'm
Kel.
going to do that.
But I'm
She looks like
classy
a-
passy. I'm classy passy right now.
I'm
I was gonna say,
playing.
you look
I'm
a bit
playing
like
with you.
a 30s movie star, just with, you know, headphones.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, I could see that. 30s
I'm
or
not
40s.
liking
Yeah,
the
yeah,
vibe. Like,
for sure.
I don't mean it to be rude.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like,
You got that aesthetic to
man.
you.
Are you guys actually going to
Yeah, and especially with the hair done up like
Hold
that.
on, guys. Shenandoah, what's up, man?
preliminary vibe shift? This might be like one of those gigantic
Shenandoah's
panels.
muted.
He
His
thinks he's
audio.
muted.
I can't hear you, Shenandoah. Everybody else is talking. Sorry. Go ahead.
I
Say
think
it
he
again, I
thinks he's
couldn't hear you.
muted, and it's just the Streamlabs fucking up.
Shenandoah, we could hear everything you were saying to your audience about how you didn't like the vibe on the panel, and Grib was asking what was up.
Oh, my bad. I don't mean that to be rude. I meant that more in the sense of like, I didn't know my audience wanted me to watch like a huge debate panel. I'm sorry for like insulting you guys.
That's all right. I've had much worse said to me.
Yeah,
Everyone
no,
has to
I don't mean it
audience.
in a mean way. I just want to make sure that my audience will obviously be happy too.
Well, we're missing the Abe Dinkus guy. We're missing him. He should be back.
Shenandoah took him. He's sitting on his fucking wall right there.
That's
I
true.
see him.
There is Abe. Honest Abe. So we're missing Abe. We're missing a couple of people, but they may be over watching Andrew Wilson tear people up right now. So You know?
Is he
Andrew Wilson is
still-
not tearing anyone up. Calm down. The only thing he's tearing up
Yeah,
is
yeah.
his ass is getting torn up by his
There's
wife.
your stalker behind you.
That's
Is
not
he
my
still
stalker, that's
going
my
at it?
roommate.
Is he still going at it over there?
So, you guys ever heard about land value taxation?
Yes, I have heard of Georgism.
Well, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's cool. I'm a
Yeah.
Georgist. I like
Cool.
Georgism.
We got a Georgia City in Alabama, Fairhope, down in South
Yeah,
Alabama.
that's true. Fairhope.
I know.
I actually know a couple of people who are from Fairhope, and they really love talking about that project. It's interesting both how it works and how it fails. I'd love to visit one day. I've never been to Alabama.
Can you just
Fun story that I like to tell people. The game of Monopoly started out as as an educational game called the Landlord's Game, which was created
Well,
by a
actually-
Georgist to demonstrate the evils of capitalism.
The evils of capitalism.
I mean, that
Are you
is
okay,
true.
Kel?
That is.
I
Kel's
can't
not
remember
getting enough
off the top
attention,
of my
guys.
head,
I'm
but-
sorry. I'm sorry. Kel's not getting enough attention. Kel, can we all focus on here? Hang on, I got you.
Elizabeth Maggie, that was her name.
Take off some more clothes, you'll get more attention, Kel. That's how it usually works with women.
All right. Anyway, where were we? We need I would like to have like 2 or 3 more people, but I know that I made Steelman really mad last time because I made him stick to prompts and stuff, and I wouldn't let him run around everywhere. So he may not be back. Poor guy. The loss is all his, and it seems like we're going to have a small crowd tonight. It's the Andrew Wilson effect, you know. So it takes a lot of the audience.
Well, you should message Sarah and see if she'll, forward her people over.
I don't generally do that.
Well, it's out of character, but I mean, doesn't mean you can't.
It's out of character. Yeah, it's really out of character. Are they done? Are they done yelling at each other? I mean, they're not actually yelling at each other. But so, Steelman is the name of a debater. Yeah, yeah. He's he never Steelman's anything. His name should be Strawman because that's what he does basically all the time. And
Oh, Mog! Dad won in chat.
Hey!
yeah. So for the guy, for those of you who don't know, since literally like a lot of you guys have never even been here or only been here one time before, if you come to DebateCon in Nashville in November the 14th through 15th, I'm throwing a pre-event get together. There will be live streaming all day. We're putting on at least 3 long format debates. I've rented this amazing facility that has 2 recording studios. So in Studio A is big enough to have long format debates, and Studio B is a little is smaller, but the perfect size to have do interviews, or if you just wanted to give your chat an update or something like that. And we're gonna have food. It's gonna.
How close is this to the hotel where they're actually having the event? Because I just went ahead and booked a room at the Holiday Inn.
Yeah. It's maybe 15 minutes
Okay. All right.
by
cool.
Uber. Yeah.
No,
It's on Music Row, so
Hey,
if
Tootie!
you just get bored, you can start walking and see where everybody recorded all
Wanna
their
go to
their
DebateCon
cool
in
hits.
November in Nashville,
Hell
Tennessee?
yeah. Sweet.
You want to go to debate?
It is an amazing venue. I've got. I'll share the pictures of it.
Nashville.
I don't know if
It's like
Kel's
a
seen it
6-hour
either.
drive.
Give me 1 second. While we're waiting for
hotel
people
for
to
the
show up,
weekend?
which
This
is
shit looks
weird.
fire as fuck. You guys are gonna be
Won't cost
stoked.
much. We
Yeah,
can
I
keep
checked it out.
saving,
It's
you
pretty-
know, we'll have
pretty
Christmas
fucking
money
tight.
and all that for everybody.
Yeah.
And
I do it pretty good. So this is
Would your wife
Studio
tell us the
A's.
same thing? That you do it pretty good?
That's why I have 2 trophies.
She got you trophies for being good in bed? That's the kind of woman we all need, bro.
Yeah. So this is this is actually the control room for Studio A. I know it looks like a cartoon, but that's real.
No, it looks fire. What did Gibbs say? He said it looks like it comes with cocaine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he did. He did say that.
I mean, this looks like the control room that some some petty ass producers sit on the couch while the audio engineers do the real
Well,
work.
Right. No, that's it, man. That's it. And this is Studio A here. There's plenty of room, as you can see, to have different setups. We're gonna put all of the debate stuff in place, and maybe a table and some chairs or something. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's really cool.
Will there be alcoholic beverages involved?
If you bring them, there will be. I don't pay for alcohol for any. I don't drink, so I don't pay for alcohol for anyone. But I am providing all the food. So this is looking into Studio A. Obviously, this is the kitchen area. The kitchen area is really cool because it actually has that whole wall opens up and have an outdoor space right there. That outdoor space is
It's for
pretty
blunts
legit.
and big booty bitches.
It has 2 fire pits.
Ooh.
And there's the other one there. And then it's got now. I mean, this is the way it was. They could change it. I know it changes from time to time, but I'm actually walking the property this coming week to seal the deal. But this is obviously looking in. There's the other fire pit. There's the big fire pit. There's 2 of these antechambers where you could sit down if you wanted to, talk to some people about maybe doing a collaboration or take a meeting really quick or something like that. Because this is an event, it's meant for people to come together and chat, much like TwitchCon or any other con. This is another area where people can gather. Obviously, it's pretty slick. This is looking into. This is the hallway looking into Studio A and B. This is the hallway going into Studio B. That's the control room for Studio B.
So fire.
Much simpler in Studio B, but it's still cool. And there is Studio B. It's got a couple of chairs, already. So that's all set up. This is looking from the front door into back into the house, or not house. The venue. And this is this is what it is.
Is that a 1-bathroom place?
It's 2. There are 2 bathrooms, and if we have over so this is like ideal for like 75 people to show up, but we're involving the Crucible, and it could be that we get far more than what I think we will, and if that happens, I'm trying to scroll through to get to it really quick. These are all just of the studio. This is the front of the property. This is the back. In the back, it's a massive parking lot. And we can actually set up an event tent back there to have more tables and places for people to mill around and gather.
If you got Crucible people coming too, that might be a necessity.
Sure.
There's gonna be a lot of people.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, I'm sorry for coming in and just insulting your stream, but I gotta go for a little bit. I just got my food ready. I'm sorry.
That's all right, man. That's all right. It's a slow one tonight, man. There's a couple of things going on, and it's fine.
Yeah,
but we'll be here.
Put that squarely on me. That's on me.
This is shit vibes. My food's done.
Yeah.
No,
Shin, dude, you know, it's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay.
You know what? But I might be back if it doesn't take me
If
too
you're
long.
not back, that's cool.
All right,
you
guys take care.
Enjoy your
Good
rage
luck.
quit.
Yeah, I'll rage quit right now. I'm rage quit.
Rage quit.
Take care.
Very true. Very true.
See you,
Very
man.
big.
But yeah, so we're gonna set up an event tent back here, and all of the food will be in the back. And this is obviously Music Row, where all of the record agents and all the people are, and that's basically what it is. And it's free as long as you are going to DebateCon. I'm paying for everything, so obviously donations will be much appreciated. However, as of now, I'm paying for everything.
GG's donation link in bio. I don't know.
Well, the mods spam it all the time, so you can't.
Let's go mods. W mods.
You can't help but see it. But yeah, so it's gonna be a pretty slick event.
I got your back, Grid.
Yeah, and it's really, hey Vibe, what's up, man? So Vibe, you can come on up and debate, my friend.
Is this going to be a debate about Star Wars and Star Trek facts, or what?
So
is it?
it's about topics related to that, like the Empire was actually the good guys, and the Rebel Alliance was the bad guys.
Okay.
Or
Vibe, as the resident communist, I completely agree with you about the next generation.
yeah, and we have an expert on panel right now.
I mean, really, I know far more about Star Trek than I do Star Wars, but
Right.
It seemed fun anyway.
Yeah, I don't know that much about Star Trek past Babylon 5 or whatever it was, or not Babylon. What was the station?
Are you talking about Deep Space Nine?
Deep Space Nine. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why
It was
I called it
based on Babylon 5.
Right. Yeah. Deep Space Nine. Yeah.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine was.
With the Ferengi.
which was at least until fairly recently the best Star Trek show. Now it's a kind of a three-way tie between DS9, Strange New Worlds, and Lower Decks.
So I don't want to insult you or anything, but has anybody ever told you that you sound like comic book man from The Simpsons?
No, they have not, but honestly, I'm unsurprised, especially given this particular crowd. I'm used to being around a lot of nerds who all talk similarly to me. So yeah, that is not at all surprising.
Okay.
Watch out, there's a feminist up there.
Yeah.
There's one down
Raging feminist.
Well, wasn't there a guy that could like morph into other people?
Yeah, shapeshifter. That was Deep Space.
Yeah.
Odo was
Otto,
part of a race of changelings called the Founders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, he's a nerd. Yeah.
Giant
we've got-
nerd.
We've got changelings here and now
so.
in the world.
Yeah.
They think they can be women.
That's true. They do think
I
that.
saw that joke coming a mile away.
Every time.
For you to say
I
it.
saw that joke coming a mile away. I was actually going to go for actual changelings in the animal kingdom, of which there are many.
Yeah.
Hey, come on. I mean, I'm the asshole that'll say the thing that everybody else is thinking.
It's true. It's true. Lizard people.
I was tempted to cut you off because I did see where that was going.
It's okay. Kel is not that thin-skinned.
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure however thin her skin is, mine's thinner.
Weird flex, but okay. We're getting better day by day.
She's probably
That's
eating.
true.
You know, it's so weird to hear someone refer to themselves in the like multi-plural sense, like always saying "we," as if they're like a
It's
queen
me. Yeah,
or
it's me.
like
No, it's me and the voices in my head, bro.
Royal
maybe
we.
just like the schizophrenia type aspect. I'm not sure.
I made the joke before
What
you
school
did.
of
Go
philosophy
Pope.
depending what school of philosophy you subscribe to, we're all multitudes.
True.
What school of thought? You would have to narrow that down.
Oh, I said depending what school of philosophy you subscribe to, we're all made of multitudes.
What?
Multitudes of personalities or multitudes of people in our head that we call we?
I mean both. For a lot of people, it's less explicit than that, but like we each have multiple aspects to us that could be considered. Oh, is my
That's accurate.
It's a gorilla pushes mic.
He's getting ready for the Star Wars debate early.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
The stormtrooper.
I wasn't sure if that was my mic or someone else's.
I think a gorilla pushes mic just kind of started picking something up.
Can you
and
say,
he didn't know.
Okay.
put Captain Solo in the cargo hold?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
Hey, we
I
got
just,
Vibe coming in. What's up, my man?
How you guys doing?
We're good, man. Now, wait. Do you have permission from the wife to stay the whole show, or?
Well, it's not permission. It's more of just what happens in the family. So if the kids go crazy, it's just.
So do you have permission or no, bro?
There's always permission.
There's Kel. Kel's always got to just go.
This guy. This
When
guy.
you've got 3 kids and 2 people, sometimes things just happen, right? So it's what it is.
It's real cute that like a girl that isn't in a marriage tries to frame something that a man would do for his wife, allowing her to give him or take away permission on something, as if like he's doing something effeminate or wrong or anything like that.
Tyler, as a newly married man, weigh in on this.
Allowing your
Come on
wife
now.
to have certain levels of control isn't necessarily effeminate or anything like that.
Cleaner, it's,
Yeah, I would agree with Cleaner, and I mean the whole fact that Kel is going to Tyler. Tyler just got married, doesn't have kids yet. His situation.
Wait, so he's not valid?
Hey, you don't know where my seed is. My seed could be out there, boy.
I've been married 9 years, no kids. If you want to ask me something, go ahead.
There you go.
Other married people to back me up. Let's go. Call me a fucking childless loser again.
Childless loser? You want me to say it? I'll say it, but I don't necessarily believe that.
I mean, I'm
legally and without
a
child,
loser, but I don't think those
watched
two
the-
things are connected.
Guys, I'm turning 24 in December. I'm basically, my life is over.
I mean, if you just want to hear someone say it, like I'll say it, but I don't necessarily believe it.
Yeah, Kel, those
Mic
eggs
check,
aren't
one,
going to get any
two.
pressure.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Yeah, you're good.
Your mic check is successful.
I couldn't hear you.
We're gonna need to tap into AI tonight.
You know, I was actually on a panel the other day, and somebody was just trying to be a little bit of a dick, and they were like, your audio's out. And I'm like, no, it's not. I can literally watch my levels. What's up, John Mosman? This is your panel, my man. You need to get up here. We are debating, John Mosman, we are debating all things sci-fi, Star Wars, Star Trek.
Get up here, Mosman.
Bring it on up here, Mosman.
My area of expertise.
Oh, so this is more broadly sci-fi, not just Star Wars. Excellent.
No, Star Wars and Star Trek. I don't. Well, I mean, we can. I mean, I'm open to debating Isaac Asimov's, three laws. Do they actually cover
iRobot?
No, they
iRobot.
don't cover everything. That's why he invented a zeroth law.
That's correct. Yeah, he did. Right. See, somebody's a well-read human, or they watched the movie with Will Smith.
I really do like
I watched the Will
Isaac
Smith
Asimov
movie.
stuff.
I've been watching the Foundation TV series, but I've also listened to iRobot on audiobook, so I know it well enough.
Have you read The Man Zen Wars?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's a good series. It is.
Asimov's really out there. So you guys don't. I know that I don't give off this like sci-fi nerd vibe, but when I was, especially when I was
You
in
give
high
off
school,
nerd vibe, just not the sci-fi.
yeah, right. I do give off nerd vibes. I'm a nerd. So the I actually read the Science Fiction Digest, which was a monthly publication of short stories by all kinds of different authors, and you would see just short stories from any of the really great authors. It was awesome, and really enjoyed that. It's kind of weird, right? That people read, right, Kel? Do you read?
No, I never read my chat. Chat, I'm sorry. I'm actually like probably one of the worst live streamers ever. I never read my chat. I'm so bad about it.
I was actually
agree.
talking about, do you read books? Books. Do you read books?
She's like, I don't always read Snapchat.
No, my chat, my live streaming chat. I'm not a child.
Just
Okay.
for the sake of being agreeable, I'm going to agree with you, Kel, and say you're one of the worst live streamers ever.
Thank you.
Oh,
What he meant was
Hey, you're getting here at the ground floor. It's only up for me.
She set that joke up. Come on, I couldn't resist.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
so
really.
Kel,
Hey, cam up or shut the fuck up.
Kel,
I'm cammed
We
up.
got, we got
What-
the
what is
answer.
I'll give you
Bro, I'm obviously not. I told.
Cleaner, you say you're cammed up, but you're just a black square on our screen.
What's
It's not my problem that y'all's software isn't working right.
I do want
Yeah.
to know though, Kel. Kel, have you ever read a book where you read it and you put it down when you finished the end and said, "Wow, that really changed my perspective"? And what book was that?
The Book
Cookbook.
of Mormon.
What was it?
The Book of Mormon.
It was not a cookbook. It would never be.
Book of Mormon.
Mosman, get up here, my man. We need you. We need another
Say the
debater to
cookbook of
debate.
Mormon.
Although he's more of a he's a LOTR guy.
That's
Lord of
good.
the Rings guy.
You know, I never want to smoke cigarettes until I'm on all of these conservative panels and everyone's smoking cigarettes inside. I'm like, I'm getting that itch
I
again.
when I'm drinking, and I only drink when I'm watching this bullshit.
Hey,
No,
we saw some
it
talking there.
makes
I'm
me
like,
want to smoke. It makes me want to smoke so bad. I'm like, ooh.
I know talking better than I know Star Trek, so I'm down for that too.
Dude, Grid, I'm debating Sarah on the 22nd. Or Sarah. Sorry, I'm debating Paige again on the 22nd.
Good luck.
You're like, yeah.
Amazing.
And yeah, this time she won't have Based and I won't have Gibbs, so I'm like,
You're debating who?
Paige, the lawyer.
Give me just a
Good
minute if you can hear
Why
me.
would you do that?
Yeah,
She's going to utterly fucking destroy you, Kel.
She challenged me. She challenged me because she feels like we didn't have a fair fight next time, and I was like, okay.
It's not a fair fight.
It's
Well,
still
because
not
we-
going to be a fair fight.
But I had Gibbs last time. So now this is gonna be a personal testament. Listen, I was gonna debate her on whether it's wrong to raise your kids in Christianity, and then I was like, you know what? Let me just think about my audience for a second. So I was like, I told her last minute, I'm like, let's do homeschooling. Like, I'm not trying to go up
Wait,
against
you're gonna
Christianity.
debate homeschooling with Paige?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What about
Seriously?
homeschool?
Who's
Don't
the debate?
just
What? Was she homeschooled or what?
I homeschool all three of my daughters. What about homeschool?
All right, guys, can you hear me?
Are you for
It's
or
just a
against
debate
homeschooling?
topic. It's a debate topic.
Yes.
She challenged me. I'm taking
Yes, we
the.
can
Now,
hear
what
you.
about
thank you.
homeschooling? Do you know anything about homeschooling, or are you just going in here blind?
I'm not going in blind, but I'm not going to show all my tricks. Come on, a magician.
Are you?
all
Are,
the
no,
cards
hold
on
on,
the table?
Kel, are you for or against the homeschool?
Well, Paige challenged me. Which side do you think Paige took?
Oh, I bet Paige is 100% for homeschooling because of the evil of our education system creating more and more communists,
Oh my god, here we go.
which helps the anarcho-communists down there, but doesn't do much for the rest of us.
Yeah.
well,
Well,
so are you going to be on the affirmative or on the refutation side, Kel?
I'm going to say it again. 3 guesses. First 2 don't count. Paige challenged me. Which side do you think Paige took in that?
Well, it depends on the framing of the prompt.
Oh, yeah.
Because
See,
if you frame,
okay, I'm
if
going
you
to pull in
frame the
Andrew Wilson.
prompt-
I'm going to do what Andrew did to me. I said one to the other.
Yeah, if you frame the prompt correctly, then you're on the affirmative. If you frame the prompt incorrectly, then the other person's on the affirmative, or
Like
whatever.
I said, she challenged me. Which side do you
So-
think she took? Are you
But
dumb?
that doesn't mean that,
I
that
don't
she's
know.
the affirmative.
Knowing her,
Hell,
knowing Paige, I would say she would take either side because she would believe that she could absolutely fucking destroy you on this,
Well,
which she's
Paige-
probably right.
Paige is not a very good debater, Cleaner. She's really dry, and if you can get her emotionally ruffled, she loses her place. All you really got to do, Kel, is question her integrity and then use examples from her own life to impugn her character, and it'll throw her off the entire time.
She won't
Ah.
fall for that.
Thank you for the follow.
She
R-word,
won't
that's
fall
what they
for
call
that,
it.
Anson. I can guarantee that one.
I want to get at least one debate started so the people who haven't been here before can see how it rolls. So I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna do a freebie here, and I'm trying to think of Emmett. What's up, my man? And Emmett, you are my first victim.
Oh,
I'm
Most
and
men.
this doesn't. There's no elimination here. This is just to show people that are new to the program how it works. I want to explain the sci-fi. So I was originally thinking that we would do all Star Wars topics or Star Wars and Star Trek topics, because when we were last together here, friends, that's what we had talked about. However, I'm open to any sci-fi not genre, but any sci-fi series. You could do.
As for what? I'm just so I understand.
Well,
Look at
like
the topics.
my best topic, the best example of a topic that I've heard so far. This is just an example topic.
Right.
Is the Empire were the good guys. But you could also say, like in Fallout, you could say that, the
Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel are actually they have absolutely no interest in serving anyone but themselves, and they failed in their original mission. You could say that, right? You could pick on Star Wars. You could say that the sexual tension between Luke and Leia in the beginning was a really bad attempt at humor by George Lucas back in the 70s when it was originally shot, and it doesn't hold up in today's world because it's just creepy. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of prompts that I think you could go Ender's World. The bugs were not actually trying to take over the worlds, and that the humans were the bad guys in that. You could also say that the humans didn't act quickly enough. They should have gone straight into complete annihilation from the word go, or genocide or whatever. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm whatever.
What's that from?
Ender's World.
Okay.
Ender's Game. There's
Ender's Game. Thank you. I'm sorry. Not
Yeah, Ender's Game.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Ender's Game.
Just make it. Gotcha.
Right.
And don't forget,
It's worth noting that you want to make that distinction because another thing with humans and bugs is Starship Troopers, and so
yes,
very
yes.
different
Starship
situations.
Troopers is a
Right. Yes. Yeah. Right.
Well, and
obviously
that right there,
Starship Troopers. We could talk about Heinlein and his propensity to do one book in a socialist mindset and another book in a conservative mindset. He was considered the very first libertarian ever, and he had a very interesting life as a human. But his books are fantastic, and if you actually read the books and not just watch the movies, they're really, really good.
And there's definitely a question on that one of whether or not the satire is on a military-industrial complex, or whether the satire is on how socialist communists look at that, right? So it's interesting.
I thought it was just.
I mean, that would be a false dialectic, though, because you could actually have it be on any number of other things.
And this is why this
True.
is going to be a great bunch. This is going to be a great group of topics to debate tonight. For those of you just joining us, the format of this debate game is we divide up into two, or actually we square off 1v1. There are three judges. Tonight, I believe the judges are going to be Cleaner, Agrillipus, and Anson, because I'm 99% sure Tyler wants to play. As he shakes his head, very much yes. So the three judges make the decision. Each contestant gets 1 minute to make their case. In that minute, you either give your position, you can make an opening statement, whatever you want to do, but you have 1 minute to do it in. After each person's had their minute, then you get 5 minutes of open debate. At the end of the 5 minutes, the judges make a decision on who made the better arguments for their position. Again, the subject matter tonight it's just straight different. So this is more of a look. I've been out.
Dweeb debate night.
Yeah, it's not just that. I've been away. I was gone last week, and so we weren't able to do one at all. And so we're kind of trying to get back into the habit of doing these, or not back in the habit, but introduce more people to them. And it's a really great format. So I really like it, and it's a lot of fun. So if you are not good at kind of speed debating, you might have some issues. If you are good at it, then you're going to have a really great time. We're going to do a sample debate between Emmett and Tyler to start out. During the debate, I put everybody backstage, so it's just the two guys. You guys can lounge. You can go in the chat. You can go get a sandwich or whatever. And Kel can get yet another White Claw. And so
that woman cannot hold her alcohol.
No, she is already white girl.
I'm just always like this.
I think we should actually have a debate topic one time of whether or not people who drink White Claws should be able to vote, because I would say no.
Oh, that would be that. You know what? I'm down for that. I'm down. Emmett's down too. Emmett's already shaking. Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm gonna put everybody in the back. Everyone listen up. Everyone just listen in. I see I know it's sad that you have to go to. Oh, Emmett needs to come back up. Wrong guy.
Thank you. Oh, great.
I'm
We're gonna
sorry,
have a
my
debate
man.
with
I'm
Emmett,
sorry.
and then Chuck kicks me out.
Yeah. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, then and you're backstage, don't worry about it because I'm putting everybody backstage except for Emmett and wait, who was you were going to debate? Oh, Tyler.
Tyler.
There we go.
Do we have a topic yet? Because I have one I could recommend.
Let's go with
Go ahead.
The Bene Gesserit's plan for the future of the universe was meticulously more planned out and better than the Sith plan for the future of the universe in episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Who are the Jesuits?
The Bene Gesserits.
the Bene Gesserits. Bene
are
Gesserits.
The witches from Dune.
Yeah, the witches.
Oh, that I thought we were talking for some reason about Star Wars. I was like, what the fuck is that?
That's I am talking.
I
about
think
Star Wars.
Mosman wants that smoke. So let's do something a little easier.
Yeah, I'm nerd. I'm not full-fledged nerd.
Not a full-fledged nerd.
No,
Will you-
I'm not a
what would
full-fledged
you
nerd.
like to debate, Emmett?
Let's see. Do you think Anakin going to the dark side was justified?
I could do that. What side do you want?
I would say I can take both sides. I would say I'm leaning towards yes, but I can take the other side too. I can take.
I'll
a
take
side of-
no.
All right, let's do it. Give me just 1 second, guys. I didn't have my timer set up. I still got to get the timer app working on my OBS. It only works about half the time, and it's really annoying. I think I've not put it in the right folder or whatever. So make fun of my lack of OBS awareness. It's fine. You can do so.
All right. Awesome.
Okay. All right. You guys both know the rules. You've done this before. You know what's what the deal is.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
I will
Who's the
be going
affirmative
first.
on this one?
I will be going first.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Emmett is the affirmative. Tyler, to be quiet. And Emmett, start talking when you're ready.
Okay. I would say that after being brutally taken away from his planet, Anakin had to suffer through the whole time as a Jedi member being disrespected, even though they told him he was the chosen one. And the point in which he came to the conclusion that he had to see the evil of the Jedis and be against them, he was completely justified in all of his actions taken, especially the ones taken during Order 66. I think at that point he had to do what was necessary in order to bring forth the goodness of the Imperium. And that would be my opening statement.
All right. Well, 15 seconds left there. When you're ready, start speaking, Tyler.
All right, so Anakin switching to the dark side, becoming evil. The justification for this was fear for his family, retribution for his embarrassment as a man and as a Jedi. None of that's justified. If you take that same logic over to the real world, you could justify murder, all sorts of heinous, evil acts, and that I feel justified for a raise, so I should go kill my boss. I feel justified for healthcare, so I should go execute a CEO on the street. Things of that nature start to arise from this self-serving, almost heathenistic mentality that is being espoused by Anakin at this point. He has fear for his wife, so he lets himself get manipulated by an easy, simple ploy that he should have seen coming from a mile away, because we all did watching the movie. So, I just feel like you're going to try to argue that because things were bad for him and he cared for his family, that it was justified, but you could justify some pretty awful things. That's it.
5 seconds left. Good time usage, guys. All right. 5 minutes. Just start talking.
Well, it wasn't only about him. The reality, what we're talking is there was a full galaxy conglomerate. They were at war. They were doing all of these bad things, especially the Jedi's. They were kidnapping kids. Are you pro kidnapping kids? I think that's completely bad. Okay, and to the end of it all, they went and attacked him directly. They were trying to attack his family. They were trying to attack his mentor. He knew what he had to do. He had to stop the war. And sometimes you have to crack some eggs, to make an omelet.
So, in essence, you're saying they kidnapped, but I remember watching those movies. His mother was extremely happy, and he had autonomy the entire time. In fact, he was trying to talk his way into it because the Jedis didn't necessarily want to take him due to his age and his immaturity. Lessons that he needed broken in him. He needed to be brought down a couple pegs because you can't be a Master Jedi on the Council and have that kind of arrogance. And when you're talking about cracking a few eggs, during Order 66, those babies were basically in eggs that he slaughtered by the masses so he could become evil. I don't think there's any justification in the world for killing a room full of children.
Yeah, well, you're saying that he was too old to join. So you're telling me that the Jedis were just kidnapping younger boys. Okay? They were just kidnapping younger. He was just too old for them. That's what you're trying to tell me? Because I don't think that's a good idea. I'm gonna go ahead and take some babies to a convent with there's gonna be a bunch of grown men, and they're not gonna do anything to them. That sounds like there's this island. There's this small island to the side of Papua New
Guinea. They had the
Guinea.
parents' permission.
Okay,
When you say
and there are a couple of
kidnapping,
warriors
you sound
there.
like somebody who wants to abolish ICE. They were not kidnapping these
How-
kids. They had the
How
parents.
do we know that he omitted the part of the Come Warriors of Papua New Guinea, okay? And the Jedi are just the descendants of these people. How exactly can you tell me that they didn't get their powers from the Mandalorians after having consumed gallons and buckets of, the Jedi
The milk
power?
Oh.
The milk.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Are you pro the Come Warriors of Papua New Guinea? Taylor?
Hey,
Is that
how
what
the
you're telling
Jedi's
me?
got their powers is not any relevance to me. All that matters to me is Anakin in this debate. I think that you were trying to get us off subject here, but the truth is there was no kidnapping going on. He went on his own auspices with the blessing of his mother, and he couldn't forget about her. That was one of the major problems. He was too old. The Jedi did not want him. They had to be convinced to take him. So that doesn't sound like
Do
kidnapping
you
to me.
realize that the kids in Papua New Guinea want to do this? They really want to. They feel like it's part of the process for them to become warriors. Just like the Jedi in that universe,
You would leave
it's
him
part
as
of
a
the process
slave?
to become
He
warriors.
was a slave that was in dangerous pod racing, and you're saying that's better conditions than going to a school
And the
to
Jedi
hone
didn't.
your
The
powers?
Jedi didn't free them. They didn't free the
Their
mom.
job
They
is
just
to,
take
to
him.
save the universe. It's to fight against the Sith and protect us
They-
from the dark forces.
The Jedi did not free.
He
did
had
not
a
free
higher
them. They
calling.
just took him.
He had a higher calling, and it wasn't.
Do you
to,
think there
to
is
be
a higher
slave.
calling
You're
that's
pro-slavery.
saving people from slavery,
You're
Taylor?
pro-slavery. And
I'm
pro-killing-
no,
and
you are
pro-killing
pro-slavery.
children, and you want to
I
abolish
think
ICE.
I think the good guys have a higher calling to save people from slavery, not just take their kids away so that they can be inducted in this warrior class that might be the descendants of the Come Warriors of Papua New Guinea.
That sounds like
Indeed.
speculation to me. I haven't had to see a citation.
It is
on that.
a
It is.
well, I don't know about you, but you are defending these
I think
people.
they're-
You are
I
defending
think
the
they
fact
could
that
be
they
also
can
the
go ahead
descendants
and
of
drink
King
gallons
Arthur.
of milk.
They could be King Arthur and his knights' descendants as well with this level of speculation. The fact of the matter is Anakin's turn to the dark side was not justified. He was not kidnapped. He was not abused. He got brought down a couple of pegs, but
Well,
it was
we don't
deserving.
know. We don't know. You said it yourself. We don't know if he was abused. We have no. It might be that in his mind, Mr. What's his name? God, I forgot the author. It might be in his mind he was thinking about the Come Warriors of Papua New Guinea when he was writing all this, and he just thought that he couldn't put that specific part in the books. He was like, "Oh, it's too bad," but in reality, what actually happened is that they were giving these little kids just gallons of milk. And that is disgusting, Taylor. And you are pro that, okay? You are doing
purely
this.
speculating.
bro.
If you could prove that, maybe throwing him in the wood chipper would be something we could agree on. But that had no bearing to the movie.
We know that they wanted little kids. That's what we know. In fact, they were telling Anakin that he was too old. Anakin, you're too old.
He was
You're
only
too
like, what, 7?
You might
He was
be,
a
you might be
slave.
lactose
You want to
intolerant.
leave my people in chains.
Wow.
You might be lactose
Wow.
intolerant, Anakin. That's why we
Time's
don't
up,
want
by
you
the way.
anymore.
Time is up. Wow. Wow, Emmett, you took it dark, brother. You took it dark. I got to hear from the judges before I say anything else. Let's start with Cleaner.
Well, I decided before we started this debate that I was going to do tonight based off a little bit different metric because we're doing something fun tonight. So for tonight only, I'm going to be judging based off of how effeminate or masculine you're making your arguments and whether or not that aligns with your actual sexuality. So on this one, Emmett made a whole lot of really twisted shit that feminists would have fucking said. So Tyler wins.
Oh, dang. Dang, son. All right.
You're gonna get your own milk cleaner.
That's terrible.
I love you, man.
So I'm just gonna go. This was just for fun, but I just wrote like pluses and minuses next to who was arguing what, and I got 1, 2, and I got 2. So I'm gonna have to go with Emmett, but only by 1 point on my scaling system because they both contradicted
tied
each
up.
other. Yeah, they both contradicted each other multiple times and agreed. And
Give her points
just
for
going
trying.
For, positives and negatives here. Emmett had 1 positive, but 2 negatives that agreed with Tyler's, and Tyler had 2 positives that agreed with Emmett. So kind of no negatives. So I got to give it to Emmett though. At least he had that extra positive.
Yeah. Anson.
Yeah, well, between the cum warriors of Papua New Guinea and, Tyler's focus on the actual character, from my personal perspective, if I didn't actually judge it by numbers, I would have gone with the cum warriors argument because that was funny. But because I actually use a rubric, I came out with in terms of clarity, rhetoric, I thought y'all were about even and not very good.
I have a question.
Y'all
Can
both got
someone define
no
cum warrior?
questions now, Kel. I'm judging. You can talk
What's
in
a
a minute.
cum? What's a cum warrior?
Hold on, Kim.
So, and then there's the force of the argument. Tyler, you had a little bit better control over, your argumentation, and you were actually, it looked like your balls had dropped. So, congratulations. Style and delivery. Again, Tyler, I thought you did slightly better. You got a 3, and I gave you a cringeworthy score of 1. Emmett, I don't know what you were doing with your style there. And tactics, y'all both had about even, mid-level tactics. But in terms of audience, the audience really resonated with Emmett and his talk of cum. And so I had to give him the higher score on the audience engagement. Good job, Emmett, getting the audience involved. But overall, 10 points for Tyler and 9 points for Emmett.
Oh, that's funny.
Ooh,
I would have scored this in a negatives. I got to be honest with you. First of all, Tyler, all you really had to do is say that, Anakin literally begged to join the Jedi, right? And he literally, everything about it improved his life. And that to equate the Jedi to the cum warriors of New Guinea, man, that Papua New Guinea, by the way, Papal, whatever the fuck it is, that's a reach. That's a reach. That's like, I mean, I admire the tactic because once you said that, Tyler was just like, "What the fuck did I just get into?" Like, it was a great tactic. I'm going to be honest with you, but overall, that I hope you both do better. Please, be glad this isn't an elimination round.
I'm not gonna lie, you threw me off with it.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a funny argument. I thought I was
It
going to
was a
bring it
funny
up.
argument. It was a funny argument. That I think Emmett, you could have gone a little bit better with like that all of the angst that Obi-Wan Kenobi obviously overlooked in his training because Obi-Wan was so desperate to prove that he was a good guy and that he knew how to train people, and and he it was truly Obi-Wan who corrupted Anakin. I mean, I don't know what the Papua New Guinea Come Warriors have to do with that? But it was old Ben Kenobi there who kind of botched the training and all of that.
That's their.
That
In my eyes,
It's like
in
it's
my
Al
eyes,
Burton as
Emmett.
the master. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead. Excuse me.
Oh, you're one of the judges, so go ahead.
No, I already judged. I was. Just,
Oh, I just was gonna say, Emmett, I think you could have had a really good spot if you would have said something to the fact of, look, the Jedi were supposed to be not emotional. They were not supposed to be involved in the politics. They were supposed to be a tool of the political sphere, and they obviously became fearful, the very thing that they were told not to, right? Like they didn't listen to Yoda. And if they would have just listened to Yoda, then Anakin maybe didn't have to kill all these Jedi, and maybe the Empire wouldn't have done this. But because they couldn't keep control of themselves, like those guys in Papua New Guinea.
That is, yeah, John. You read my mind. That's where I got it from. I was thinking about how they lost control of their emotions, and just like the warriors of Papua New Guinea, they had to let themselves be free.
Yeah, I don't really think it's exactly how it worked out, but I mean, it's a good story. It's a good story.
That's a massive assumption, though. That is a massive assumption about the belief structure and the understanding of the Come Warriors of Papua New Guinea. Massive assumption.
I'm sorry, Cleaner. I'm not. I use them as an argument, but I don't actually follow them.
You didn't read up on it. You should read up on it.
Next time I'll try to read about PDFs. I'll ask for recommendations.
Well, as my understanding is, it's when the young men come of age, so they're 18 or older, they're adults by their society standards in some metric, so it's not PDFs. And also,
they're not 18.
Also, no, but by their society standards, they're adults. Every society has a different standard for what's an adult and what isn't.
Well,
By
yeah,
their society
I know, but
standards, they're adults. Also, to make the assumption
this is
that they're doing it
GTSing.
because of a belief.
Oh my gosh, we're really going this far?
We have a paid for debate. You haven't seen all the movies. You don't have to see the movies. This is just, and most of these topics are going to be more like what we just saw with the, Anakin debate. But we do have one from. We have $40 from Anson. Thank you, my man. Is the God Emperor's tyranny justified by his foresight?
Yes, because Dune, this was not made into a movie. You couldn't have missed it by watching a movie because it was a made for TV. But so Dune is a book about how monarchy is the best form of government. It is a beautiful series. I love it. Everyone should read it and learn why democracy is a failure. And so, yeah, that's super.
Yeah,
exciting.
actually, no, it actually shows just the problem with the guild systems and the corruption of the class system, and when you appoint people to be guardians over monarchical properties.
Yeah, that's why that was all pretty much consolidated by the God Emperor and done away with. He had total control, so he didn't have to worry about that nonsense.
That's the thing, though. Like, it was written from the point of view of someone who had a negative bias. And then whenever you're looking at it, you're also assuming that within their social construct, they adhere to what we agree is moral or immoral within our social construct, which
I like the prompt, but who's going to argue it?
Yeah, well, but again, becomes the whole issue, which is when you have to justify that type of authority.
I feel like Anson wants to debate this topic.
You have to accept all of the consequences that come with having a psycho like Paul.
I think Anson and Kel want this one.
No, I don't want to debate. I want to judge someone else debating my prompt. Y'all got it all wrong.
Okay. Well, first,
I'll step up on the negative on this.
Okay. The communist is definitely anti-monarchy for sure.
The anarchist is anti-monarchy. Yeah.
He's twice down on the anti-monarchy. He doubled down. All right, John, you want to smoke? Do you want to argue this one?
I don't really give. I'm more interested in what Tyler's perspective of his prompt was than this one. But I mean, I can debate it either way. But obviously, I'm going to agree in person with what he's saying because I'm an anarchist too, and
Oh
monarchies.
yeah, that's right.
And,
We
and
I
absolute.
forgot. Anarcho-communist meet anarcho-Christian,
Right, so they agree. So
Christian anarchist.
okay.
Used to describe myself that way, actually.
See, John, this is what you have to look forward to. You can be this guy in the future.
Well, it's still better than being you, right?
Oh yes, I like it. I like the energy. All right, so who wants to debate this topic?
What's the topic?
It's basically, honestly,
Basically, this is the prompt. Is the God Emperor's tyranny justified by his foresight? I'm taking the negative. My response to that is no. So if someone wants to argue the affirmative on that one against me, I'll take it.
He's single-handed. Okay, never mind.
I'll argue it. I'll fucking argue it all day long.
I know you will. All right, I'll go.
Who's
But unfortunately, Cleaner, you're a judge.
Yeah,
So,
pardon me too. What God Emperor are we talking about?
Dune.
I don't care.
in Dune,
The God Emperor of Dune, the
Dune,
Kwisatz
okay.
Haderach, the Paul Leto or Paul
His son.
Atreides. No,
His
yeah,
son.
Leto Atreides' son, Paul.
Leto
or,
the second. Leto
fuck,
the
what was
second.
his?
Paul's,
I always
Paul's-
forget his the name that the
Muad'Dib.
Muad'Dib. Thank you.
It's Paul's son.
God
Leto
Emperor
the second.
It's
justified
Paul's
by
son, yeah.
his-
He
I
was
thought the God
worm.
Emperor was Paul because
No.
Leto Atreides
And
was
who's
the
taking
dude.
the positive and who's taking the negative here?
Paul takes some of that authority to become what Leto becomes as the God Emperor.
No, you guys who are arguing.
No,
Who's
because
taking the
Leto
positive and negative?
dies at the very beginning.
Yeah, but we're
Right.
talking, this is like the third book, right?
Yeah.
This is for the real nerds.
yeah, this is like deep in the nerddom.
Yeah.
This might even surpass Tyler.
Probably
oh, no
not.
kidding. Oh,
Probably not.
okay.
Like this is a little bit beyond even my own knowledge because I've only read the first book, but I know
Yeah.
bits and pieces of the later books because I've looked up the lore. I haven't read them in full, but I have
Yeah.
enough chunks that I think argue it.
All right. Well, I can since I'm the one that made the prompt, I can make it a watered down version for people who haven't read all of the books.
Well, you don't
So-
have to, dude. They do a good job of illustrating what it is that he sees his foresight in the movies and in the miniseries as well.
And I just recently watched the newest movies, so that's more
But
or
we
less
haven't
fresh in my
seen
mind.
we haven't seen. I mean, unless they put him in Messiah, which I haven't seen Messiah of Dune yet. But he's not in the first movie or the part 1, part 2 of the French guy's movie. So because this is Paul's son we're talking about.
Yeah, Paul's son basically gets foresight that's even stronger than his father, and he becomes immortal.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's why the Bene Jesuits were thought that they were always right in doing everything, is they had this sort of kind of gift of foresight. Blitzkrieg, you are welcome to. The link is right here, my man. You're welcome to click the link and come on up.
Yeah, but
I
they
must
just
have missed it,
they
though.
just
Who-
lost
who won
they
the-
just lost the whole idea of the idea of how crazy Paul would go and
Well,
and
how far he would go. Yeah.
well and how crazy he would go.
All right, so I'm gonna drop another
Who won
prompt
the
in the
last-
chat that's
who won the
more
last round?
that's more mainstream.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Who won?
Waiting
Who
for
won
it.
the last round? I never got
Is
that.
Paul Atreides a savior or a tyrant? Oh, that's that's pretty good.
That's a
He's
yeah.
yeah. Okay, I could go with that one. Yeah. He's a
Okay,
tyrant.
who
He's
wants
a
to-
tyrant.
Oh god damn it. Yeah, no, I can't argue against him being a tyrant.
He's a tyrant. I mean,
Okay.
Why not? That would be
Anybody
fun.
believe he's the savior?
I'll argue you decide.
I know you will. You're a judge tonight. Sorry.
Fucking
He-
Looks like you
he's
find
a-
a third judge.
he's a. If you want me, I can judge on this issue if you want. I don't
You
know.
want all right? So we'll let Cleaner argue it. and since no one, well, I mean, hey, it's easy to say that on the sidelines, my man. It's easy to say that on the sidelines.
I know.
Also, just knowing the lore doesn't mean that you can argue the positions.
No, it's true.
So, because it is the position here that. All right, so we're going to let John judge. Cleaner 409 will do the whichever side, and com sci something. I can't read all of it.
Ancom Psychom.
Icom, yeah.
And what's the
Psychom.
prompt?
Um,
And Psychom, we might have to have a conversation, you and I, on the side sometime.
I'm very happy to have that whenever you'd like.
So
Yeah, same
Is
name
he
on
following
Discord.
tonight,
Feel
I
free to
guess,
look me
or
up.
am I just being retarded? But all right, what's the
What-
prompt? And we got Ancom and Cleaner. Who's
Yeah,
taking the positive? Who's taking the negative?
I was gonna ask him. Would you prefer to take the affirmative or the refutation side?
So, the way the prompt was worded, it was the question of, is he a savior or is he a tyrant? I will be taking the he is a tyrant position.
Okay, so do you want to have that as the affirmative then?
Sure.
Okay, I'm good with that.
and everyone else to the back. Emmett's all the way. Where did Emmett's? There he is. All right. I want a nice, clean fight, guys. Let's keep the obscure references to the books to a minimum, so that us normal people can relate. And remember, it's about the monarchy, or not the monarchy in this case. Was he a tyrant or was he a savior? I like that. We could use this argument as well for Jordan's Wheel of Time. Anyway, who's the affirmative?
I guess I am.
You are, and you go first. You get 1 minute on the clock. I'll start it when you start speaking.
All right. Paul Atreides, it was a dictatorial ruler who started out as someone who wanted to be the savior of the Fremen, the native people of the world of Arrakis, also called Dune. He had visions of the future where he predicted and foresaw the extermination of humanity at his own hands. And yet, when he finally gained the power of the Kwisatz Haderach, the ultimate being that was foretold, he became a tyrant in through the anger of the Fremen against the various houses that were attacking the world. His motives to start out were good, but over time and through his actions of trying to wipe out the existing emperor, all of the great houses, all of the guilds, became worse than the force that he initially wanted to dispose of.
All right, what is going on here? Here we go. That was your minute. Why is this?
Cool.
I have another alarm. Sorry. I was like, what? That's not the right alarm.
By the way, if you ever want help with OBS setup, feel free to reach out.
Yeah.
I've got some skill there.
Oh, that's good, because for whatever reason, in the OBS, the timer that I've got, I think because I did a custom face on it, it doesn't work 100% of the time like it's
We're
supposed to.
sticking this to the tyranny of Paul Atreides, not the sun.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
we're keeping with Paul Atreides.
Okay. People will get that one better.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was why I think.
Yeah, we simplified it down.
Yeah.
All right. Whenever you're ready, Cleaner.
Sure. So during this short speed debate, you will see that my opponent will not be able to prove that the visions that Paul Atreides had were not foresight. He won't be able to prove that they were or weren't something that was showing him what the future would look like, and that he would need to change the future in order to produce a better result for the future for his people, which he considered all people because he was going to be the emperor. He created a structure, and the following that happened after that continued to a degree. Had it continued being enforced the way it was, it would have produced a net positive for all of humanity, so to speak.
17 seconds left. Good deal. All right. So we're gonna do 5 minutes, and I'll when whoever starts talking first, I'll start the timer.
All right.
Sure.
So I think your challenge there of whether or not I would be able to demonstrate that he actually did see the future is taken as a given within the narrative of the book. He has been passed down the power of the Bene Gesserit, who have been having these sorts of visions and prophecies for millennia at this point, and have generally been recognized as accurate. So there was no reason to believe that the prophecies, the visions that he saw were inaccurate. And so we can generally trust that what he saw was accurate. He may not have had the full context of everything he saw. His visions were notoriously, garbled and scrambled, and things he could not remember well. But generally speaking, the vibes that he got off those visions tended to be true more often than not. So
Well, what I would ask in that, you mentioned the
Yeah.
vibes that he got off of the visions that he had. However, as us, the viewers, looking from the observer perspective, we could only know what we're being given in that moment of that show that was going on. So we could only know from what our perspective is. We couldn't know what it was he was feeling, seeing, thinking, all of that, unless it showed us that. And
I
so
mean,
we
he
don't
told us.
necessarily have a full understanding of whether or not, this or that, as far as the entailment of each of the visions that he had. Like, and we also don't know if those visions that we were shown were the only visions he had, or if he had other visions that may have given him some other backing for this structure that he was going to try and create going forward.
I mean, he was very clear about what his visions were, both in the narrative sense and when he described it to other characters. And so, while what we were shown was not necessarily easy to comprehend, he seemed to have a fairly comprehensive understanding of what those visions meant to him, and that is the argument that I'm going on, is basing it on his experience and his telling of what those
Right.
visions were and what they meant.
Right. The thing I would say to this, though, is that, and not to get too nerdy off into the books or anything, but when we look at the books and then we look at what it was showing us in the different movies that we've seen, the different miniseries and movies, the movies and the miniseries don't really include all of the thoughts he had and all of the feelings that he had that were displayed in the book. So if we're going to go off the reference that yes, his visions were some kind of foresight granted to him by the Bene Gesserit ritual act, then he obviously had some kind of foresight. However, we've already seen that between the book and the movie, there's some conflation or some disruption in knowledge and understanding as far as what we're being given as the viewer. So, how are we supposed to know, and how are we supposed to second guess what it is that he, the godlike being, is seeing in these future visions, and whether or not we're actually getting the full entailment of what each of those future visions is?
I mean, that's a fair question. We're essentially debating the trustworthiness of the narrator in this case, which then we have to go back to the writer's intent to see if what he was intending to communicate through these visions was what the character described. I personally think that, based on what I know of the author's intent, which I'll admit is not comprehensive, it seemed to be that he was intending those visions and their descriptions to be relatively accurate. The main the main thrust of the visions Muad'Dib had prior to becoming the Kwisatz Haderach was that he would be responsible for the extinction of all humanity, and he still ended up proceeding toward the point in his life where he made the choice to become the very thing he knew in advance would lead to that outcome, based on the communication of his visions to himself, to the reader, and to the other characters, his mother, his
And
girlfriend, etc.
And the visions he was getting, some of them were showing destruction, some of them were showing organization. There were different things that were shown throughout all the visions. So what I would ask you is, if you had the option of hitting a red button and destroying one baby, or hitting a red button and destroying 10 babies, which would you rather do?
I mean, personally, I'd rather push neither button, but
Well, right, but I mean, if you had to, if you had to pick one.
Yeah, like if we're going off the, you have no choice but to hit one of these two buttons, then yeah, going for the, the lesser harm as far as you can tell, is the most likely thing. But of course, there's always the chance that one of the 10 babies ends up being someone who destroys the universe, and you don't necessarily have that knowledge. So it's one of those things where you can only do, you can only ask based on the knowledge that you have.
Right. But that's why I read
based on that knowledge.
Guys, the time's up. I know you guys are into it, but the time's
in the first part, though.
Yeah, it's a difficult one to argue in a short period of time.
I know. I understand.
It's a fun one. I like that one. It's fun.
That's a really good argument. All right, so which judge would like to go first?
I love how there's two Kells on the screen right now.
There's what?
Two Kells.
I see two Kells on my screen.
I'll go first.
Why are you on twice, Kel? I'm gonna have to kick one of you. Pick one. I don't care. I don't care
They're
which
both
one.
doing different things. That's weird. Oh, no, they synced.
I don't think that was a Kell that you kicked.
I know.
So, anyways, while we're dealing with the
Kells?
the Kelpelganger judges, what did you think about the arguments?
What do we got?
Anson, you should go first.
Okay, I'll go first. The argument was set up in a way that, I enjoyed the debate. I didn't really enjoy y'all's lack of knowledge of the lore, but that's okay because this is my favorite sci-fi series. So I'll forgive you for not loving it as much as you should. The argument that Ancom made was that Paul wasn't a valid leader because he had a valid leader to have complete, autocratic, tyrannical control because he was imperfect, right? And he tried...
it was more about the fact that he had foreknowledge of
right.
what taking a certain action would do, and he chose to take it anyway, despite all of his reservations.
I'm just listing off my observations, and then I'll get to the judging. From my perspective, that's what I heard. Right? Is that you were like, look, he's not the perfect person, so he can't possibly be the perfect leader. And it was a decent argument to make because it's a good argument against, central government and communism, right? And I've used that argument multiple times in those kind of debates. And then Cleaner basically made the argument of, well, you can't know whether or not his visions were perfect. And he actually cited a really good example of the fact that the books do a whole lot better in laying out the thoughts that the people are having compared to the movies. And in reality, Paul was very concerned about people and how his decisions would impact people. And that was one of the central themes was basically how he felt remorse and sadness constantly for what he felt like he was forced into and the decisions that he had to make. And so I thought that was a compelling argument that Cleaner made. So I scored it how I usually scored, basically removing my bias and trying to focus on y'all's arguments. Based on that, I gave 15 points to Cleaner and 12 points to Ancom.
Fair enough.
Okay. Which judge wants to go next?
I can go next because I'm a counterweight. Like Anson, I love the books. I've read the books, and I have a different take. But so to me, there was a couple of things that I really appreciated. First, I thought Cosmic, he did a good job of establishing who Paul was, the reason for why he was in the position he was. I think that's helpful for people who weren't familiar with the books. I don't know if I would have done that entirely to the same degree you would have in such a short time frame, because you could then probably make more statement about that later, but you still were able to produce it. What I felt was we had two kind of ships missing in the night, and I felt Cosmic was giving us a real within the material debate for who the character was, whereas I felt like what Cleaner was giving us was a more meta debate, and whether or not the perception of who Paul is could be based on either how it's written or how people see a movie or how they consume that media, which is a great question, because we know that, like, Hollywood does this a lot, where it will take a book like Dracula and make Dracula the hero. and you're like, how does that happen? But for points, there's a couple of things I wanted to hit on. One was that you did talk about, which I thought was good, Cosmic, which was the outcome, and knowing that even though he might have been sensitive to it, and I think Cleaner could have hit more on that. I think Cleaner could have also hit on the fact that this kind of dovetails to what Anson says about, if someone does something out of fear, does that still make them a tyrant? Of course, my answer to that would be yes, because it doesn't matter your motivations. You can do something for good reasons and still do bad things. But also, you talked about something that I thought was really interesting, which is with it coming to the dreams, you said, hey, we have enough to look at this and say, hey, yeah, he wanted to help people, but what did he see? And I think a side note you could have done, besides just getting into the meta debate about what his dreams were, is you could have said, look, he also had influence from other people who are manipulating him, like the Bene Gesserit, right? And by the way, I have to say, Grid gets a point because he connected this to Robert Jordan, and everybody should know that the Bene Gesserit are like the original Aes Sedai, right? so good on you for getting that connection.
Yeah.
Define Aes Sedai.
Aes Sedai,
Let him finish, let him
Aes
finish.
Sedai, and Aes
Oh,
Sedai. are two different
when he was
things.
talking about the Wheel of Time, the Aes Sedai are a group of
Women,
all
witches.
women witches in
Yeah,
that world, and very similar to the Bene Gesserit in that they're witches, they're all women, and whoever, like, the only male who will ever be able to use magic without dying is this
Dragon
mythical
reborn.
figure. Yeah.
Well, and that's because in the breaking of the world, the original dragon, and I can't think of his name right off the top of my head, but he tainted the male side of the one power, and but up until that point, they're both male and female Aes Sedai.
Well, the Aes Sedai are female and the Aes Sedai are male, right? So there's the two differences.
Saiden.
Yeah, Sedai, yeah.
However you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say for just hitting
I
on
love Ice
Clash,
Poseidon.
I thought that both of you guys clashed well together, which was great. And I also think that you did a good job of presenting your different perspectives. I just give a slight edge to Cosmic, because I think, to me, he was trying to, at least within the framework of the material, give us a reason on that. But I think Cleaner does make a valid point that should be considerable. I just don't know if that would be enough for me to deal with the issue of not. So I would say my vote goes to Cosmic.
Okay. Anson?
Already did mine, man.
Oh, you did yours?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I voted.
wasn't paying attention.
I said Cleaner won 15-12.
Oh, you said it so fast I missed it.
Yeah.
All right, Agrillipus, have you given your review yet?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I thought you had. I got a little lost in the sauce there for a minute.
Oh no, Agrippulus didn't. It was Clippy or he's next. Clippy
next.
went first, then John, now Agrippulus.
Yeah. So I believe the prompt was, is this pole guy is more a savior or a tyrant, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and Ancom, you went for the positive that he was a tyrant.
Correct.
Cleaner went kind of more of a savior. So
Classic
I
hero
mean-
complex.
as much as it went kind of back and forth, I'm gonna go with Ancom because he more than talked a bunch of stuff and more than proved the guy was more of a tyrant than a savior. I mean, even with visions or not, the guy seems to have done some. And I don't know all the stuff about this lore. I know some stuff, but not to this extent. But just based off your arguments back and forth, it kind of seems like he was more of a tyrant. I'm just gonna go with that.
Yeah. Well,
I
and
actually really like your
I
guys'
agree.
arguments.
Yeah, that was really really close though, man. I mean, because I have they're literally back. My notes are like
Yeah.
back to back to back with you two.
I have to say,
And- I've heard Cleaner 409 a bunch. I've never heard Ancom before.
Yeah, I will say,
So-
Cleaner definitely demonstrated more knowledge of the backstory and lore of Dune than I did. So on that point, I will give it to him. I just
Yeah,
think he
yeah.
wasn't going after the. He was more attacking my point rather than asserting his own, which
No.
I think kind
That's-
of.
That's kind
Welcome
of
to
why I was
debate.
saying,
I actually.
Yep.
Okay, so I understand what Agropoulos is saying, and I
Yeah.
actually agree with him based off of just what we were able to say. The thing is, I kind of had to cut you off a couple times to shorten the talking time so that I could
Yeah,
try
that's
and get in
well,
the walk
and
that
you're
I
going
was
for him
doing.
as a savior which
Because
is-
I was trying to walk you down
Settle
the
the
path.
fuck down, or
where
I'll
you would
beat you.
understand. You better not.
No,
try
that's
and beat me,
totally
Tyler.
fair. And I think had we had like 15 minutes, you may have been
Yeah,
able to
there's
No, I
successfully
needed-
get me there.
I needed about another 30 seconds because I was almost
Oh, okay.
there. That's why
okay.
I asked you the baby question. That was the last question before the follow up with, okay, well, then this and this, you know? But
Yeah.
so I agree that based upon the time, I was only able to get so far into my walk of taking you towards where it looked like, okay, yeah, maybe he's trying to do the right thing in this. And that would give a 50-50 chance as to whether or not he was a savior or, a tyrant. So
no, and it was like you were
would-
saying, like unless you have read like the book and watched the movies, you might not know all the stuff involved. and
Right.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Watch the movies.
Right.
you're not gonna-
Well,
Right.
and Cleaner is also
thing-
hitting on something that's very popular too, which is that when you talk to, there's a reason why a lot of liberals like Dune, right? Because it seems to attack the hierarchical system, right?
Commie.
Yeah.
So even though there was a loser,
about
nobody
that.
paid for this debate, so there's no elimination.
Well, the learning part of this for everyone is when you're having a debate like this and you're trying to walk someone down a path, make sure you have enough time to get them to the end of that path. Sometimes
Okay.
you have to cut them off a little early.
and
I
I would
get the
also
point
say,
that it-
I also
Okay,
want to say this is
that debate. That debate
as a-
was paid because it was based
No,
on
no, no,
a
just
super
a
chat.
prompt. Just a
No.
prompt.
just the prompt, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just
Yeah.
want to say this too before my last thought is had told Cleaner that was a fair point when he was talking about something in the meta conversation.
Yeah.
I would not have said that because you'd say, look, what you could have said is, look, I understand where you're coming from and you're making an interesting point, but the question is whether the character is these things. Let's stick to the source material and determine what that might be, what is given. Now, he's given you a good argument against that source material. Can you trust the source material, especially if all you know is the movies or whatever? But at least that would have given you a better shot of trying to maybe give some clash to that, because when you say fair point,
Yeah.
you're giving him a point. When
Uh,
maybe he shouldn't have one.
I see what you're saying. I am too stuck in the mindset of being a good faith debater who's looking to get to as close to the truth as I can, as opposed to winning. Maybe not great for this particular format, but it's something I've got to learn, I think.
It's okay. Tonight it looks like it's going to be a fun night and not a very serious
And
elimination.
I also hate the fact that I took that prompt because this prompt I really want to do.
Yeah, right? Yeah, this one's good. This is good.
That's
All right, so you guys talked through the TTS, and you can't hear it anyway because you can only hear it through YouTube. $40 came in from Clippy Lacoomer. That's Anson. One of his many, many, many aliases. Star Trek prompt. Does Klingon blood wine-fueled rough breeding surpass Vulcan Ponfar's animalistic heat cycles. I
What
don't
the
know that I need to explain this to anyone, but if I do, I will uncomfortably do so.
We can
Yeah.
probably pull up a
I will
video.
very comfortably explain it if anyone needs it. I have no problem explaining this.
What does this mean?
I don't get it, so I'm not.
All
I'm
right.
gonna be straight.
I
All right.
understand
I'm
you
sorry,
don't get it.
man. I love
All right, go ahead.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
So
my
Klingons
communist friend.
are a warrior race with a physiology that is just designed to take utter brutal punishment in everything they do, like fighting, partying, sex, everything. They are incredibly violent most of the time. Whereas the Vulcans are a humanoid
Knowledgeable.
race, but
They're
they're extremely their entire philosophy is based on logic and suppressing emotion.
Very esoteric.
But they also happen to live on a planet that is very hot and has much higher gravity than like Earth. So they're also incredibly strong, and they have telepathic abilities. Every 7 years, their males go into what's called Ponfar. Basically, they go into an animalistic heat where they become just like utterly insensible.
Like
they are, yeah. They're basically like, I have to fuck or I will die, and I will do anything to fuck. So the prompt is, which mating ritual is more violent or more extreme? Is it the Klingons with their hyper-violent society, or is it the Vulcans with their suppressed sexuality being brought out in a very uncontrolled way?
Ooh, good one.
Thank you, Kel. I'm glad you
Vulcan
approve.
versus Klingon.
Honestly, I was never that into B'Elanna Taurus, believe, but you know.
I don't know what that means.
but-
But I can,
well,
I
Jerry
can argue,
Ryan-
argue
Jerry
on the side
Ryan
of
does it for
hedonism.
everybody.
I can argue on the side of hedonism all day long, bro.
Well, see, I watched.
B'Elanna was half human though, so she wouldn't really be a good representation of the full Klingon or Vulcan Klingon experience.
So I watched
That's a fair point.
I watched the first episode of Star Trek Enterprise today, where T'Pol had sex, and so that's why I
You read
thought
that
of
down?
this.
No, I did not.
So T'Pol was by far the hottest of all the Star Trek characters in all
Hell
the
yeah.
series. And
Yeah.
so, you know, I'd like to go into
7 of
Helium.
9. I mean,
No,
Dude, T'Pol is gorgeous.
I
Really.
agree, gorgeous, but 7 of 9. Anyway,
Look, all I
That
gotta
would be
say is Janeway in the tank top with the phaser rifle is hot as fuck.
Ugh.
Mom?
Who's going Vulcan and who's going Klingon?
all right, yeah. So, who wants this debate? This is a good one. Again, this debate actually hasn't been paid for. The prompt has been paid for, but the debate, nobody's picked the combatants. I get to just say who wants to smoke. So, who thinks they can make this? Who thinks they can make it?
So I know I just did a debate. I can take either
You
side
want
on
this
this, so
one
if
too?
no one else wants to, I'm in.
Yeah. I was hoping to get that the
Put Kel in
Blitzkrieg guy up here. He seemed to be like, all
Talking a
into
lot of
it.
shit.
Yeah, he was talking a bunch of shit. So I was
Yeah.
kind of
He's all fucking talk. He ain't coming up. He ain't a man.
Ooh.
No, I agree. I agree, Tyler. I don't see him coming up here.
Star Trek is not my strong suit, to be honest. I mean, I've watched a lot of it, and I watched the original series, back when it was live, back in the 70s, because, that's when I was born. And
Man, the last time I read the Dune books was years ago, and I only read through them once. So, and I still, man, come on, we'll still make the argument.
Same here, man. I was trying.
yeah. So I want Blitzkrieg Damon to come up. I want him in the debate that the Empire was the good guys. That's what I want.
Well,
I'll take
unless-
the positive if he has the balls to do that.
Oh, all right. We got some gloves.
You
being
know,
brought.
if we also want to go full Anson, we could also talk about who is the hottest sci-fi leading lady in a movie.
Ooh.
In a movie specifically, because
Yeah,
that
that's
narrows
true.
it down significantly.
In a movie, yeah.
No, wait.
It had to be a
wait.
sci-fi movie. It had to be a sci-fi movie with leading lady in it, a woman where she's.
Are we including the porno versions of the sci-fi movie?
No,
No.
that's
That
wrong
would make
channel
it
for that.
Anson
There's a
worthy.
whole other.
No,
There's a whole other
no.
channel for that.
That would make it Anson worthy.
True.
Just for clarification, I'm doing Starship Troopers next after y'all debate this one.
All right. So I want. Well, how about Mosman and the well, how about a narco on our narco crime?
Okay, I'll take whatever side he doesn't want to take. So, what side do you want
See,
to take?
I'm good either way. So let's flip a coin.
All right.
Heads or
So I'm
tails?
gonna get
I got a
everybody
coin
else
right here.
off screen. Kel, you get to go adjust your top. Where is your shirt, Kel?
Tails.
Well, yeah. Let's say. Actually, yeah. So if you want tails, do you know which one you want? I guess.
Yeah, I think I would have what I know is fun. You know.
Okay, so let's go. Let's say tails your Klingons,
Yep.
heads your Vulcans. Sound good?
Yeah, that's
right.
actually really apt.
All right, it is
All right,
heads. So you're
gentlemen.
Vulcans, I'm Klingons.
Oh, good. Okay. All right.
All right. This is legit gonna be like so nerdy. All right. Yeah. We're reaching new levels of nerddom tonight, and that's okay. We asked for it. All right, gentlemen. Again, 1 minute on the clock.
Who wants to take the affirmative? I don't know who wants to go first. You want to go
Well,
first?
I thought you took the affirm. Well, actually, there isn't an
There
affirmative.
isn't an
Affirmative,
affirmative, much like with the last one. So
Yeah.
we'll
I'll
just
let
say
you
Vulcans
choose.
are affirmative. I
Okay.
don't know.
All right. Okay, that go.
All right. So just start speaking when you want me to start the clock. He's getting yeah, he's prepping. Prep the trigger.
All right. So, I would say that the Vulcans have always put an understanding of logic and supreme intellect above something as barbaric as mating rituals. And the fact that the Klingons continue to be a race that is limited by its primal rages, by its inability to, it has to skirmish and go around. It's more dignified and it is more better for the Vulcan's way of the animal rights, the blood with the heat. Because let's just be honest, Vulcans can't put too much thought and emotion because they're already solving almost every problem of the galaxy. So you know what? We give them a little room and just say, "Cool, you do that." Because guess what? We need more intellectual people, not aggressive people.
Okay. All right. And that was literally on time. It was 1 minute exactly. All right. Just start talking when you're ready.
All right. So unfortunately, I think my opponent may have misunderstood the prompt because this is about which species mating rituals is more extreme, and it's pretty clear to me that no matter how violent a Vulcan may get during the initiation of their Ponfar, even during the act itself, although we never really see that on screen, but we can infer some things, it doesn't even compare to the inherent extremism of Klingon mating rituals. It literally starts out like the foreplay is violence. The sex literally break bones regularly. See Jadzia Dax and Worf in DS9, and like drawing blood, going to the infirmary on a regular basis just through sheer frequency and amount of injury alone. Klingons are clearly the more, the more extreme in terms of mating rituals.
And that was exactly 1 minute as well. Good times here in the town tonight. This is going to be fun. Just start talking when you're ready. I'll give you your 5 minutes.
So I guess maybe I missed that on the part of actually who has the more extreme. So here's the thing though. The reason why I would say the Vulcans are more extreme, if we want to use it that way, is because there's more of a compulsion, because they have compulsion. That's an added element to it, and you have people who are basically said, "Hey, you go to your home planet, right?" And it's similar to another sub race in Wheel of Time, but where you have to be forced to go home, even though you may not want to, or face death. The fact that they have, like, it's almost kind of like this idea of, like, if we were to put Andrew Wilson ideas of what's right by society and put it on steroids, right? That would be the Vulcan. That would be the Vulcan, right? So as an anarchist, you have to agree with me that at least with the Vulcans are a little bit more, or the Klingons are a little bit more primal, and yeah, okay, it might get rough, might get a little hot and heavy, but guess what? At the same time, they're also not trying to be, the gatekeepers of the galaxy. So,
Well, I would respond to that by saying the ritualistic nature of it is something that was developed over thousands of years since Sirach's revolution, but it wasn't actually required. We saw Tuvok go through Ponfar while stuck in the Gamma Quadrant on Voyager. He would have died not because of some ritualistic reason, but because his hormones were so out of balance that if he didn't fuck, he was literally going to die for biological reasons. And when Tom Paris managed to develop a hologram of his wife to do it with, he was fine. So you can say what you like about the Vulcan mating rituals themselves, but like I think it's still pretty clear that the inherent violence to Klingon mating, and again, the frequency, they do this all the time. Vulcans do it once every 7 years. I don't think 7 years of pent-up sexual frustration all released at once is going to come close to the every single night violence that is Klingon sex.
yeah, but that's probably also the reason why they haven't been able to develop a society that's worth anything, right? That's why they probably haven't been able to do anything but be a bunch of space pirates.
I mean, they have an entire empire, whereas the Vulcans only ever had a couple colonies before they founded the Federation. Like, if their logic and their intellect is so superior to the Klingons, why are their technologies basically on par with one another? Clearly, Klingons still view science; they just view it as a mechanism for war, which, that's part of their culture, that's who they are. But like, you would expect the Vulcans, and by extension the Federation, to be vastly technologically superior to the Klingons if their intellect and their logic was that much of
have you not thought that because they haven't allowed that to happen, or because only an emotional horn dog alien race driven on F it or kill it, that basically that they would not realize this is like a 4D chess move of saying, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to allow you to have similar technology to ours because we also have something that we gave the other people of the Federation, like the Prime Directive. So they allow it to occur, right? They allow it to happen because they acknowledge.
Sure, but I think you're making my argument for me that Klingon sex, the violence of Klingon sex surpasses that of Vulcan sex.
It doesn't surpass it, right? You might think that it's more rougher. It might be more hot and heavy. It might be more for Anson type of entertainment. But does it actually surpass? And I would argue surpass meaning that it creates a sustainability for its people. No, because as long as
I think that is a very like, you're having to really stretch to read that intent into the question. I think the intent is pretty straightforward. Which one is a more violent, more extreme?
You're the one that's actually adding words to the.
I mean, I'm inferring based on the language. Rough breeding surpass animalistic heat cycles. Like, it's the intent seems very clear from a plain reading.
We're asking if it surpasses it, not that whether or not it's more aggressive or violent, because it is.
Is this my nice webcam?
That was really interesting.
Kidding.
Tyler's keyboard's like really loud.
Sorry,
I don't know
sorry.
why it is. I don't know why he has the loudest keyboard on the planet.
That's
It's louder than
mechanical,
mine.
but I thought I was muted. My bad.
Now you're cool, man. It's fine. I just like to point it out. $2 comes in from Bandit 848. Whoever is breathing heavy loses.
That's That's true. That happened.
I mean, that's Kel. Why are you breathing so hard?
Sorry. This debate was just so hot and heavy. I couldn't
bet.
help myself.
That was interesting. I can't wait to hear the judges' viewpoints on this one. Let's start with Cleaner, go to Anson, and then finish up with
Klingon.
Well, I think they both started out fairly strong. They each had 2 masculine points in their opening statements, which was really, really awesome. Throughout all of their arguments, they were able to go tit for tat with the masculine arguments. They scored 7 points each total on masculine. However, during John's opening statement, he touched on an effeminate point, a very feminine point of whether or not something felt emoted X in that metric, and so he scored 1 less point because of that. So I give it to Ancom Psy.
Okay. Anson.
Yeah, I was just generally disappointed. Neither one of you are nearly degenerate enough to have made that entertaining for me. I laid it out there for you, and all you had to do was, climb on top and have your way, and neither one of you did it. So, anyway,
You can lead a horse to water.
yeah, I know. I really did appreciate the nerddom, though. Thank you so much for providing me the entertainment. The only area in which either one of you pulled away from your lackluster performance, from my perspective, was with regard to the audience engagement. And for some reason, people in the audience resonated with some of the stuff that Mosman said better than Ancom. Aside from that, I both, scored you miserably, fairly well. Ancom, I scored you at 7 points on my rubric, and Mosman, I scored you at 8 points. So you pulled away by 1 point, Mosman.
Made it out.
All right, Agrillipus.
Yeah, it was which sex ritual was more extreme, because there's some argument back and forth about whether that was added or not.
I mean, I just inferred from what I read in there. So
Okay.
Yeah,
you can go read it. It was, basically does one species violent mating ritual surpass another species violent mating ritual?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Amcon. I'm gonna go with Amcom. Is that your name? Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Ancom. Yep.
All right. And once again, we have a debate prompt put up, but the debate itself wasn't paid for, so no elimination. So you guys should be proud about that. Hey, so that was an interesting opportunity to go like really degenerate, it just I got to be honest, both of you guys did exceptionally well at disappointing Anson, and I applaud you for it.
I was gonna say, Grid's acting like this isn't what he wants. This is what Grid wants. Don't get it twisted, people.
I want to see the blood sport debating. I could have and to that point, thank you, Kel.
Anytime, sweetheart.
These are 2 of the nicest guys that debate. Period. Like I can already tell that these guys are just too damn nice for this. So we're gonna be we're gonna have to do something about that.
You could get me going on some things. You just have to know the right topics.
Yeah. So it was interesting because this is going to TTS in a minute. I think it should, but it hasn't yet, which is weird. But the interesting thing is that the fact that the Klingons, I think that the point that you missed, you kind of made it, but you didn't make it in a dramatic enough way. Psycom, is that literally to mate, you had to defeat your mate in battle. Like literally a fight to the death just to have sex with that woman.
I don't think that's entirely accurate.
That's how I met my wife.
That they're like that gets into some like some of the deeper lore in mating rituals, and like that doesn't always happen, but like there would be situations where if you wanted to if you wanted to have or take someone as a mate, you would have to defeat their brother or their father in single combat in some situations if they contested it. So there was some wild shit there.
Wouldn't that be a good point though? Because I mean,
Honestly,
that's
it didn't come to mind.
Listen,
Yeah.
like the way to frame a point like that would be like you saying, well, sometimes they do have to do that, sometimes they don't. But let's look at the frequency at which the Klingons fuck each other up. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Honestly, it just didn't,
for a reason, right?
the point didn't come to mind while I was talking. So
I mean, so the Vulcans go insane, and Mosman, you didn't hit this hard enough. This is the crack pipe that you should have hit. Is that literally the Vulcans go insane with the desire to fuck anything, like literally anything. Like they have to lock themselves in the rooms to prevent their urges from doing very bad things to people. Neither one of you mentioned either of those points, and like those were like the best points that you, Mosman, you could have 100% demolished the Klingon argument with the fact that literally this Ponfar, like sure, most of Vulcan mating and sex and all that's like plain vanilla. You know, Spock was conceived. You know, but you know, blah blah blah, human woman, all that. Yeah, okay. You can say, okay, yeah, okay. It's plain vanilla for 7 years, but that 7th inning stretch can kill a man.
So,
Right.
Grid, you're close, man. But with the Klingon, you never know if you're initiating a mating ritual with one of their females by hitting them.
Yes, that's what I wanted. See, I actually wanted to debate the Klingon side, and I got the Vulcan side, which is why I was like,
yeah.
'cause-
Another point I just thought of was when Riker was on the Klingon ship. Like he's like they could tell he was disgusted with their food. So a couple of the women are like, "Should we breastfeed you instead?" And it was like one or both. And that was him flirting with Klingon.
Yeah, but they kind of seemed to like that though. They were like, "Oh, you."
Oh no,
think you can
they
handle
absolutely
us,
did. He was
okay.
playing into the flirting in that
Right.
scene. It was great.
Yeah, yeah. It was a
Yeah.
very dominant flirt, and they
Yeah.
really appreciate the dominance. So yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah.
a good one too. He
There were
he
just
grabbed
so
a
many
big
places
handful
you
of them
guys could have
fucking
gone.
yeah, I know. I was trying to keep it PG, and
Oh,
I
I just
have-
think of
I
the
have
good
to-
parts.
I have to just like.
I don't even think that that's necessarily rated R yet. It's just the
Nah.
it's just the reality of
I know,
those
I know.
two
Like
deals,
my
right?
my default is that I tend to talk about things in a sort of academic, matter-of-fact way. So,
Sure.
like, I don't mind talking about sex because I view it from a very like sterile perspective, which is
Sure.
not great. But you know, that's just how it comes out, and so But I enjoy
Right.
talking about that kind of thing because I'm a giant fucking nerd.
Excellent.
Right, and
I'm a
this is
giant nerd too. I like D&D a whole lot. How y'all doing? What's up?
Okay, I
What's
tried
up,
to. Someone
EOD?
explain to me. Can someone explain to me Deanna Troll versus Seven of
Troy,
Nine?
Deanna Troy, not
Troy.
Troy.
Don't you?
Oh.
Troy, T-R-O-I, Troy.
Oh my
Well,
God.
Sorry. I
okay.
was projecting.
We're
My
gonna
bad.
be
They're both
talking
big-titted
boobs
women.
next.
That's true.
So
yeah.
as the creator
Kel
of
versus Emmett on boobs. This is what we're going to be talking
Oh my
about.
God.
is boobs.
Can someone explain
Good
the
luck,
character
Emmett.
arcs to me?
Good
though?
fucking luck.
Yes. As the creator of this prompt, I will explain it to you. So, 7 of 9 is a cyborg who is a human.
Jerry
with
Ryan,
implants.
played by Jerry Ryan.
Yeah, she's
Big-titted woman.
She's a very mid woman, but most men think she's attractive for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, you're just
Anyway,
trying to be edgy.
and
Hanson.
Deanna
You're not
Troy
fooling
is-
anybody.
Deanna Troy is a telepath who can get inside your mind and read your thoughts and know your feelings.
Also, well endowed.
Only feelings. Only feelings. Deanna Troy cannot actually read your thoughts. She just gets a general
Yeah, she
idea
was
of what you're
she was an
feeling.
empath, not a full telepath. She was only
Right.
half betazoid.
She was capable of doing telepathy with some people, including.
Oh no,
family
she
Only
could
other
do-
betazoids. Only other
She could do
betazoids.
telepathic communication with other telepaths,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
she
yeah.
could not read minds
Well,
the
she
way
did
her
with-
mother could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so do
Yeah,
you
because
have
her
like a...
mom talked mentally. So
See, I would, like, me personally, I would say 7 and 9 would have been the more attractive of those two.
Blonde-haired and blue-eyed. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So hear me out on this. It's because 7 of 9 has
She's taller too.
never had sex
Detached,
with anyone.
feminist,
The Borg
objective.
got her when she was
That's
a kid.
7 of 9
she
right
grew
there,
up
yeah.
into an adult. Never. She's a virgin. So you're going to be able to teach
That's
her how
true.
to enjoy her body, which is
Purity.
fucking awesome. That's like every guy's dream come true.
Oh,
right?
for crying out loud! I never even thought about
See,
that.
I
Y'all
gotta
are
go
freaks.
take the unpopular position here.
Deanna Troi, on
That
the
7
other
of
hand-
9 in Star Trek Picard was hotter than she was in Voyager.
She was
She-
pretty hot in
yeah.
that, yeah. But okay,
Yeah,
so-
no, I
And
I
she
can
was
go
a
with-
badass.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was a commando bitch.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing is if you're asking me to take like one
Right.
side or the other in a debate
Okay,
process, someone
okay,
who
we
doesn't
got to start the debate. It's going to be Kel versus Emmett on boobs, basically.
Well, I don't know. As someone who doesn't know the context, if I'm
So-
asking what's sexier,
and someone who doesn't have boobs, right?
Look
Oh my god, you guys are so freaking annoying. You're so fucking annoying. Can
Kel.
I
Look it
speak?
up quick.
As
Kel,
someone who
look
doesn't
it up.
under
Look it up quick, Kel. Look it up quick.
Kel, I can explain it
All right,
to you.
Kel.
Boom.
Kel,
I'm
here's-
literally gonna speak and you guys are gonna fucking listen for one
Let her
second.
spurg.
And
okay?
as she
As
throws
someone who
her
doesn't know the
microphone.
Star Trek lore or like what was going on, if you're
It's
asking me
not
which
lore.
is sexier,
Yeah,
an
this
empath
is-
who might empathize with stupid ass men versus like a detached, feminist, objective
right,
cyborg, that's
so-
that's
somebody-
my understanding of it.
Somebody do me a picture. Do me a favor and throw up a
I'm
picture
getting
of
a picture of
Deanna
Troy. Give me a sec.
There you go. There,
There
it
it
is.
is.
There it is.
But you're
Yeah.
not asking about what they physically look like. You're asking about the.
They
It says
both
is
have-
7 of 9
they
Borg
both have-
implants. But no, it doesn't
Kel,
say what
Kel,
do they look
Kel,
like. It says, oh my god, let me speak.
They're right
let
there.
me
They're right
speak, let me
there. Look
speak.
at your screen. Look at your screen.
So is the question, is this actress hotter than this actress, or is the question,
Yes.
or is it her Borg implants enhanced domination sexier than the empathetic? Hey, mouth breather, shut the fuck
Anyone-
up. Empathetic
anyone-
seduction.
So Kel, the question is, do you want a dominant woman or do you want a touchy-feely woman? The Borg woman is a dominant woman who will
That's
step
what I'm
on your
saying.
balls and wear
Yeah,
some
I
high
will take a
heels.
step on your balls
and-
any day.
Yeah, that's the dominant woman. That's the cyborg, and the other one is the touchy-feely gonna cry with you woman.
Yeah,
And-
I'm
and-
taking the
and-
cyborg every
and-
day.
And if you don't pick
Glenn
Deanna
Lawrence
Troi,
wants to smoke. Glenn wants to smoke.
All right.
Why the fuck does Emmett get
if
to
you-
debate about boobs? I'm the best to debate about boobs. I'm the boobologist. My
His
profession
profession
is
Who's
the
got,
titties.
who's got Deanna Troy and who's got 7 of 9?
by the
I got
way,
7 to 9 right here.
What am I
By
getting
the way-
straight here?
by
I
the
don't
way-
do
Listen,
anything.
I can't
By
argue
the
on
way-
behalf of empathetic women because they might be empathetic to men, like you guys.
if you choose
I'm-
against Deanna Troi,
Trying to keep it on
your
track.
TNG card gets removed.
No way, dude. I was Dr. Crusher all the way. Dr. Crusher was way hotter than Troy. You're silly.
Okay, then
Ugh.
I'm like, so I'm forced to take the ladder.
Oh,
Okay,
because
ladies
you're
first.
into gingers,
I'm
huh?
like, no, I'm sorry, ladies first.
No, that
You
might
get
be.
to pick the prompt first. So go ahead, lady. You can pick first.
Not
I
this
will
one
take the
though.
ladder.
This one can take a hike. But...
No, I know I'm good enough to fucking.
All right,
win either way,
I'm gonna
so.
start dropping people in the back. I've got to get into this debate. We
Good
gotta
luck.
move along.
It's good to see you, Abe and Emmett.
You know, you guys will be back in
Explain
7
who
minutes
is what.
ish. All right, Kel, you get to stay because it's
Oh,
gonna
good
be
of
you
you.
and Emmett.
Can't wait.
I know. Emmett's
Yeah,
such
no.
a, okay, look, by the way, there's Deanna Troy and there's 7 of 9. 7 of 9 was super hot, but she was also very robotic. So you got to, not a lot of empathy, not a lot of understanding for men, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but I think he was talking about which one is preferable, the dominant.
Which is
the
more
empathetic.
attractive to men.
Well, I'm like, do
Yeah.
you think I'm gonna be the good? Like, I don't get why I have to argue on this.
But
side
you're a
of the-
lesbian. You should be able to.
Oh, ow.
On the side of good subservient
Ow.
women, you want me to argue on behalf of trad wives, basically? Okay.
You
Cool.
can do. You can. You
Wait,
can
no, there's
you can
nobody's
choose.
taking. I mean, look, it's just which is hotter. You can argue with either side. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, you
can
know
choose
what?
which
You know
one
what? I'm on Grid's channel. You wanted 709, you take 709.
I'm letting you choose.
It's no.
You're still a lady.
you
You're
think
just a
is hot?
lesbian.
Who do you think is hot, Kel?
Grid. He already said that he wanted to debate on the half of 709, so I'm debating on the half of the empathetic,
I didn't say
subservient
anything.
woman. Yes, you did.
No, I just explained. The
Back it
prompt.
up. Back it up, chat.
I'm letting you choose whichever you want to do.
No, ladies first. You already said. Oh my god.
But
Do I
I'm
have
not
to
a
pull
les.
up the clip?
Well,
Do I have to pull up the clip where you literally said that you wanted 709 like
Listen.
6 times?
I am not a woman. Okay.
No,
I
but
know
you
you're,
are
I know
a
it's very
bitch.
confusing.
But
to
you are a bitch.
Okay, all right,
I'm not being- very
guys,
confusing
guys,
to
guys.
you,
Let's make the
but
debate.
I'm
Let's
not a
make the
woman.
debate. So just to clarify, this is about not just about the women themselves, but the characters that they played.
What about the fat
Seven
men?
of Nine. 7 of 9 is this kind of logical, distant, very analytical. Who would, if you said, if you flirted with her, she'd be like, yes, I would mate with you because you're hot, or we would have great children, or something like that. She would have a logical reason. Whereas Deanna Troy was an empath who basically was all about the feelings. So we have a Republican versus a Democrat. Who'd you rather fuck? So there you go. Logic versus feelings. The best debate of all time with boobs. And so there you go. And I got to be honest. Their figures were excellent. They were cast well. Emmett, you are taking which side?
I'm letting her choose, but if she doesn't want to choose,
Which
go-
are you? Which one do you think is hotter, Kel? The empath?
No. He already stated his side like 6 times, and now he wants to play the gentleman
I
because I called him
didn't.
out on being a bitch. Yes, he
I
did.
didn't
I will
say-
pull up the clip.
go ahead, show it to everybody. I
Okay.
didn't say anything.
All right. So you're gonna take the empath then, Kel, and he's gonna take the Borg.
Okay.
Yes, per his request.
We will assimilate
yes.
you. All right. So glad we settled that. There's really not
Not
an
very
affirmative
manly of
here.
you to not pick, but
Okay. Who is?
I don't have to pick for you. You're not my woman.
you should lose
A
weight
lot
for
of
yourself.
A
though.
lot of pick me stuff going on. All right, so we're gonna start the debate. Who's going first? Emmett's the gentleman. Kel, you go
Yeah.
first. Are you ready? Why the smoking hot brunette beats the smoking hot blonde? That's the battle we got going on.
If you want me
You
to
ready?
argue on behalf of physical characteristics, I will.
Well, you
But-
could do physical characteristics. You could do appeal, sex appeal. You can do whatever. I don't care. I'm not
Well,
making
we
your
need to
arguments
narrow
for
it
you.
down. We need to narrow it down then, because if
We
you're
need
if you're asking me to argue on behalf of the objective
Attractive.
attractiveness,
What's more attractive?
attractiveness of the actresses or the characters, because that's not the same
Well,
prompt.
it's the
All
character.
of it.
It-
You're
it's
pulling
literally-
at pictures and you're saying which is hotter. So let me just argue on behalf of the objective
Well, if you don't know
attractiveness of
the
the actress.
if you don't know who the characters are, then that was a good thing to do. All right, but let me. I'll put the prompt back up. Here you go. Here's the prompt. Is
So
7
if
of
he's
9
taking the latter, then he should definitely be going first. That's always how debates go. You're taking the affirmative, so you go first.
Well, all right. Okay, fine. Emmett can go first.
Yeah, I go.
That's what I thought.
first.
It's just first.
It's fine.
I'm gonna leave the prompt up here, just so you guys can reference it.
Oh.
All right, you guys, Emmett, just start talking when you're ready.
Patty,
Okay, well, whenever we're talking about what is sexier than a woman that knows what she wants? And you know what? What a cyborg, blonde, blue-eyed, obviously better genes, if you know what I mean, will come and make you better. Every single time, she'll know exactly what you want. She has the stamina. She has all the implants of the world. You know, you can even make her better at sucking, if you know what I mean. So the point of all of this is that you want a 709 in your life. You do. If I was a salesman, which I'm not, but if I was one, I will be selling it to all of you in the audience. And let me tell you, all of you will be completely customer satisfied.
13 seconds left, and Kel, your turn.
I will say the inability of my partner to use the full extent of his time illustrates a clear disassociation with his ability to make his point. She knows what she wants. What's more attractive than a woman that knows what she wants? I'll tell you what. Relationships are very often not based on objective, cold, hard facts. Because if my husband is moving across the country for his job and it's very cold, hard, I have my career here. sometimes you have to make decisions that are not based on cold hard metrics. It's based on emotions, and you want a girl that might be a little bit more emotional and is down to follow you down through whatever. And maybe that's a little bit rational. Relationships take sacrifice. You go, if I was a salesman, you are a salesman, you're a debater, welcome to it, you're selling your debate. Just had to throw that in there. Blonde hair, blue eye, that sounds a little anti-Semitic to me, in my opinion. But a woman that knows what she wants, what's attractive than that? A woman that will sacrifice everything to be with you and make her life like work around you, because that is what a good wife is a subservient, docile, obedient, not always emotion based, because she's following the instructions of her man.
That's time. Okay. All right. And just start when you're ready to start.
Do you see all of that prattle? That's exactly what you get when you get woman to be emotional. You
Define
don't want
prattle.
that. You don't want
Define-
any guy. You don't want any of that
prattle.
shit. You don't want them to have
Define
careers.
Define
You don't
prattle
want them
for
to
the
have
uneducated.
all
Wait,
any
I
of
don't
that
even know
crap.
what you're saying, because I don't even know what
You
prattle
want a
means.
cyborg.
Can
that
you
you can
define
tell shut
prattle?
the fuck up and she would shut the fuck up.
Or what?
You
Define
can say
prattle.
suck.
Can you
and
define
would
prattle?
suck.
Define
And you
prattle.
say,
Define prattle.
hey,
When was the last
lady,
time you got sucked?
let's make you better, and you can make it better. But instead, what you get every single time is this emotional.
Oh, it sounds like you don't know how to shape your woman. It sounds like you don't know how to train your woman. You don't need a
Oh,
cyborg
God.
to train them and make them appropriate. You just need a good, strong,
I don't want a
dominant, willing
dog.
man. Yeah,
I don't want a dog. Why
Oh,
would I
well, it
want
sounds
a
like
dog?
you do. Well, if you're
If I
arguing
want
on
to
behalf of
train
being a
something, I would do a
cyborg.
dog.
Oh, it sounds like, oh, if I'm a salesman and you can, oh, it can suck when you want, it can fuck when you want, it
Listen,
can argue
I
when you
don't
want.
understand.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
understand.
exactly what you said. You do want a dog that you can literally train like a robot in
Yeah.
a system.
She's giving me
When
a headache. This is
realistically,
exactly
if you
the
were
thing
a
that you
real
want to
man
avoid.
with a big
This kind
dick,
of- this kind
if
of
you were
crap
a
right
real
here.
man with a
They're
big
talking
dick,
over
you'd be,
to a minimum.
You want to avoid.
yeah, you'd be able to train your woman, no problem. If
She talks
cyborg
about
or
how
not.
complicated and complex and
No,
difficult
it's not
relationships
complex.
are. They're not if you have a fucking cyborg. They just tell her what the fuck to do.
Oh, I thought you didn't want a
Fuck
dog
up.
that you could
It's
train.
amazing.
I thought you didn't want
Yeah,
a
I don't
dog.
want a dog. I don't want a dog to train.
Oh, you
Okay?
want a
I want
cyborg to
woman that's gonna
program.
Do what I want. It's
You
gonna
want
be cool.
you don't want a dog to train, you want a cyborg to program. So it sounds like you
you're
have
talking
no
about
skill.
how I have to care
You
about
have
your
no
damn
skill.
feelings.
You have no skill to
You
train
have
your
to-
woman.
All you
put
say is,
grid.
look,
I guarantee you, grids.
women
wife
are
was-
fucking complicated. They can't talk about
Okay, I have a
feelings.
question for you. Do you think
What
Rachel
about
Bilson,
feelings?
with her multiple baby daddies, was a good,
Mm-hmm.
obedient, subservient wife when Andrew met her? Or do you think that he
Yes.
trained her, even though she's not a cyborg? He trained her
they don't-
successfully
they're
to be
not
a good,
trained
subservient
her.
wife.
No, they're not being trained. You don't understand the difference. Because every single time,
Explain
all
it
you
to
can
me.
think is, I'm a fucking dog and I need somebody to
No,
go
I didn't say I
ahead
was a
and
dog.
treat
I was just
me.
saying, if you
Okay?
want a subservient,
And I don't want that.
Wait,
People
your whole-
don't want
wait,
that.
can I
People
ask?
don't want to.
go
People
ahead.
don't want to
I'll let you
deal
finish.
with your emotional prattle.
I'll let
We
you
don't
finish.
want
Sorry.
to. Every single time.
I still don't know what prattle means, by the way. I asked you to define that.
It's
very
when
much.
you talk
However-
without having any
Oh,
point.
now he
You
wants
just
to
blah, blah,
define
blah,
it when
blah,
he's
blah,
talking
blah.
over
That's
me.
prattle.
I'm good.
Okay? It's like that time that, like when you were with Andrew in the morning, you went blah 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 blah. What the fuck? That's prattle.
That was like an hour ago. I love that you tuned in though.
Blah
XO.
blah 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 blah. What the fuck?
However, sir,
However,
sounds like you don't know how to train a good subservient wife. Your
I
whole
don't
sales
have
pitch.
to train. I
Wait,
don't
your
have to train
whole
a
sales
cyborg.
pitch this
I just
entire
want
time. I
a
let you
cool
finish, brother.
with
I let
nice
you finish. You
kitty
gotta let me.
cyborg. You can just go ahead and.
Okay.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, your whole sales pitch
to
this
not only
entire
kill
time, right?
the
Has
hostage,
been
but also
has
kill
been
the
that-
soldiers. So they
has
kill
been
their own
that a
soldiers because
cyborg
for
is
them, it's
programmable,
less of a loss
obedient.
if they
You
get
don't
them
have to
as
deal with
a
anything
collateral,
outside
as a
objective
hostage.
morality.
They would rather
And then
die.
when
So
I say,
don't you think the
well,
head-
it sounds like you
director
just
does
don't know
not
how
have
to
the
train your
handle
wife or
directive.
keep her in
Isn't that
handle.
kind of crazy
Objective
to shoot their
morality?
own people?
You understand
No, but you
that
go. You literally
under the
went.
handle
Oh,
directive,
it's not a dog. I
if
don't want to
an
have to
army of
train a
soldiers
I don't have
dog.
to train. Yeah, I don't have to
Right.
train a
So what's
dog.
so my question is, what's the difference
I
between
mean,
wanting a
okay,
cyborg to program and a dog to train?
Because you don't want a bitch. You just want a cyborg that will do anything.
So
you
it
want.
sounds like your
And it's
sales
gonna
pitch
be
is complete
amazing.
equivocation
You can
that
tell her to
completely
do
undermine
cool,
your own
complex
point.
stuff. You can tell her to do cool, complex stuff. You can even tell her
Oh,
to
and you
clean,
can
and she
fucking-
won't be bitching like a bitch would. You know, it's what you want.
So this guy doesn't know how to
the
train
moment
his
you
women
want.
up, is what I'm hearing, guys. Loud and clear.
Oh
Like, I
wow, this
I'm
guy.
like,
Oh my god, this guy's debating me, and he doesn't tell me exactly what he thinks. I'm gonna attack him personally. Oh, more prattle, more fucking prattle from the fucking woman.
wait, I'm sorry.
Uh,
Have you made a point?
Are you having trouble with your ears now?
Dude, I literally
You know what-
debunked his
you know
point
what
and
wouldn't
he's
have-
bargaining, Grid.
Do
This is
you know why
hilarious.
wouldn't have trouble with their ears? A cyborg, because you can just go ahead, check them out, change them if necessary.
I
Cyborg.
think I made my
10
point
times
loud and
better
fucking clear,
this
gentlemen.
kind of
I think
fucking
I made my
prattle over
point
here.
loud and fucking clear, okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You think so?
Yes, I know so, dude. I
Yeah.
know. So. I'm gonna pull an Anson real quick. Hold on.
You
This
gonna
is
pull
just,
an Anson? What
I
are you
just
gonna
nailed
say?
it. I just nailed it, dude.
Okay.
You don't know how to train your wife. That's not my
As we
problem.
can see,
Like, I'm
the
not made of
emotional
fucking chicken.
prattle of woman just makes them completely undateable, especially lately. Imagine if she was also an empath. Oh my god, that would be. You can't deal with that kind of crap. What you want, what you all want as a salesman that I am, is a good cyborg that
So
will
you
make
said,
the
what's the
dreams
difference?
come true.
So I undermined your whole argument because I said, what's the difference between a dog you can train and a cyborg you can program? And you go, oh.
I don't want to deal with the training part. I don't want to go ahead and put the.
So like I
phone in
said, it
front
sounds
of
like you want a fucking dog.
Yeah,
You can
I don't
train
want
like
to. I don't want to collar you and take you up in a walk like a dog. I don't want to do that. I just want to go ahead and
Yeah, you don't need to.
have a
You
good
just need to
fucking
get your
cyborg
fix.
that I can
That's
deal with.
literally all it is. I'm
That's
like,
what I want.
insane.
Oh, I
Well, that's a
got.
fully functioning one already, ready to go. Not
Ready to
have
go.
to train it.
I've got something
That
for you,
is-
Kel, real quick. It's just yeah. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. Sucking
Okay,
a golf ball
so-
through a garden hose is always sexy. Just saying.
I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to just read this super chat. $2 from Bandit 848. Kel, if you want a silver bullet, Death Wish 3. Death Wish was that's a good series. You guys don't don't sleep on the Death Wish. Wow, I'm reserving all comment until the judging happens, and we're gonna start with the Grillipus on this one.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, only because the fact Kel contradicted himself like 8 million times. I'm gonna go with Emmett because he kind of stuck with his point. Kept Kel arguing, and she spurred out. And but yeah, I'm gonna go with Emmett.
I guess Kel obviously has an issue with EOD being up on camera right now because he's banned
My bad.
off
My
of
bad.
Twitch. I forget
forgot
that
about
too.
that.
I'm sorry.
Well, Grit, I've been on your channel. I don't know how many times on camera. It hasn't affected you
I
on
know,
Twitch,
I
so-
know, I know. It is a weirdness on Twitch. I don't know how to do that, to do the whatever that thing is.
Shut my camera off.
Well, I mean, I can shut your camera off, but I can't. I don't know how to like put the blur over your face. So because I don't go through whatever that is.
Well, somebody in my chat requested that I give her a ginger wave. That's the only reason I did that. So
I got you.
That's middle finger. So.
That's okay. And by the way, I'm not really sure how much Twitch is. I don't know about the.
Well, the truth is, it happened fucking 2 years ago. I'm sure there's some kind of statute of limitations on that. They allowed me to apply for fucking reinstatement, but they denied me that. But it's been over 24 months. I'm pretty sure they're not going to give a shit at this point. But what do I know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Richard, what did you do?
I'll say that when I have had my Twitch go live and EOD came on, it didn't affect it.
I
but I
can't
don't
say
know
anything. I've had 3 Twitch accounts banned, and bro, I've gotten back on every time. And I said some fucking degenerate bullshit on there.
I must have pissed the wrong people. I pissed the wrong people off apparently because I didn't do a fucking thing. Okay, it was like some people on my panel were talking about this particular dinosaur that starts with an offensive, couple
Oh
syllables.
yeah, yeah, I know the dinosaur. I know.
So that was one, and then another one is I'm not exactly pro-trans, so sometimes I've made my views about that maybe a little too obvious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's finish the judging so we can move on.
Yeah. All right. $2 comes from Bandit 848. Bronson didn't kill half of New York City over of 7 of 9. Just saying. That's okay.
No, but EOD, message me after, bro, at Blitzkrieg Gaming on thing, because I've said that word 1,001 fucking times, and I've never been permabanned.
Like I said,
Like,
I
y'all
pissed
have-
off the wrong person is all it is. It's not really what I did.
I
It's
don't
more
even
about the
help you
people
fix
who
that.
want me to not be on Twitch is really what it's about.
So
yeah.
So let's do the judging because we started and then it didn't.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
What's the dinosaur's name?
I can't tell.
I don't know.
It starts with an N and ends with an
Message
Opolis.
me
Okay?
on
That's all I'm
Discord,
gonna
and
tell
I
you.
will tell you the dinosaur.
All right.
I don't want to.
I guess I'll judge next since someone else already judged.
Did
The
Aggie go?
yeah I gave it to Kel 21 points over 12 points for Emmett. That was almost a perfect score for Kel from my perspective. She made very good arguments related to how Deanna Troy's empathic nature would make her a good submissive, real human partner for a man. And that was a very compelling argument from my perspective. She talked about how that would make her more likely to submit, and that also
Are you doing that on
resonated with me
purpose,
as well.
John?
Those are
I didn't
very
hear any of
important
that.
traits for a woman to have if you want to mate with them. Also, Emmett continually used ad hom attacks against Kel, and one of the worst ones was when he was saying that he was basically mocking her for not knowing the definition of something. Good debate decorum is to discuss the definition so you're not talking past each other. When she wanted to know what prattle meant, all you did was make fun of her, Emmett, instead of use it as an opportunity to show
I
that
told
you
her
were
what
the,
it meant.
Emmett,
It's up to her to prove her own
Emmett,
point.
no. If a debater says they don't know a definition, there's a procedure that you go through, right? If you're actually having a debate, a good faith debate. Emmett, you were not good faith, and the ad hoc really just put it over for me, man. So I unfortunately had to side for Kel that time, Emmett.
I think
Tim?
you might have swapped the two people there, Anson.
What'd you say?
You might have actually swapped the two people there. Is that what you just did?
John, you got a lot of background noise coming through, but I mean.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can hear you breathing in and out.
Cleaner, you're very quiet right now too.
Yeah, you're really low, man.
That's true as well, yeah. But I mean, once again, just another completely off the wall take from Anson that makes absolutely no sense to me. But whatever. Okay, I think there's another judge. Yeah.
No, I already judged, and like I said, Emmett stayed on point, even though it was a kind of. I mean, these are short debates. It was a ridiculous point, but he stayed on his point. Kel, she kind of contradicted herself in a few ways, and I gave the points to Emmett. But whatever. Okay. That's my point of view.
Yeah. Even going off my metric before, there was only 6 points that were made by Kel. It was 19 points altogether made by Emmett.
Cleaner is awfully quiet. Is he quiet for anyone else?
Super quiet. And,
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely.
I've got my
Cleaner,
mic
you're
all the way
super
up.
quiet.
It's weird.
I've got my mic.
Because he was fine earlier.
You're normally pretty good.
Yeah, he's
It's
all the way
because
up.
he touches himself at night.
Yeah.
Something's up.
I don't know. I've got my
Much
mic
better.
all the way up right now.
It's
but
better.
A little bit.
There we go. We back in
Couldn't
business.
tell you.
Cleaner.
Couldn't tell you. Yeah, even just going on. All right, so I went off of how many points they made based off their gender. Kel actually made like 8 female points and 6 male points, so she lost 6 points. So she had 2 points total. Emmett made 19 male points, and so he got it off of that metric. Even if I went by my metric I was using before, which I normally use, he had 19 points and she only had 14 altogether. So Emmett had it.
By the way, is that better, guys?
Yeah, that's a lot better,
We can
John.
hear
That is. Thank you.
If it was Cleaner, we could.
Thank you, Cleaner.
Yeah, it was excellent performance, Tim, and I was duly impressed. It's fucking amazing. Way to show her.
Cleaner, I appreciate you being the only person on the panel to get my joke. So
The butt of the joke.
All right, Blitz, you want these hands?
Yeah, I realize what it is.
Yo, apparently
There's a mic
y'all
on
called
here.
me out, bro. The Sith were not the bad guys. Prove me wrong.
There we go.
That's what I want. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready, bro.
Give me a
born
second.
ready.
I'm trying to organize. I'm trying to sort this thing out.
She's fucking freaking out in your DMs, isn't she? I bet she is. She's fucking blowing up.
It's not a question of freaking out. It's just like, I mean, my position's always going to be that if you're going on panels and there are going to be banned people there and you're really that concerned about it, it's your job to pay attention to that and do whatever you need to do, whether you put an overlay on them or you mute them or whatever that you do on your end to take care of it. It's not anyone else's responsibility but yours. Kel disagrees with me and doesn't see the logic in that.
Well, here's an easy thing you can do is just switch your camera over to only you. Like I just did that right now on my stream. So.
Or Kel can spend some more time editing whatever she's streaming to other places and just cut EOD out if she's that concerned.
I moved to YouTube just so I could see EOD again. I missed
I don't know why he's not cammed up.
You want me to? Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
if you want me to,
he's
absolutely.
Not, so
yeah.
You might as well EOD.
Show your cock.
Well,
no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, she ran off. She ran off like a scared little girl. So
you can cam up.
I mean, just have fun with the guys now. Fuck it.
All right, here I am. How y'all doing? I'm drinking Miller High Life tonight. What y'all drinking?
EOD.
Miller, bro, fuck that shit.
We have both cats in the chat tonight. Cat Katiba, you should come up on panel and debate. We just literally debated Empath versus Cyborg. That was pretty awesome.
By the way, Kel is totally Frost, right? Like we can all agree on that. She's
absolutely
the Frost of the Britisphere.
but dude, like I said, any guy is gonna take the crazy that goes along with the golf ball through a garden hose philosophy. Like, come on, man. If she's sucking your soul out, you don't care if she's insane.
No. See, no, I don't know about you. That's bullshit.
See,
Chase,
no, I wouldn't.
Chase,
No.
Chase, how long have you used that screen name?
What do you mean? This screen name, technically, it was one of my original screen names like 15 years ago.
Oh, no kidding.
A lot of people use that one. That's not a great one. But...
No, Blitzkrieg Damon. I'm literally Blitzkrieg Damon on, 8 different platforms?
I just meant Blitz. I didn't realize
no,
there was more to it.
I am that's just I abbreviated it for easiness sake.
Well, he can't use any of the other names anymore because YouTube is forcing everybody to use the @ and whatever their fucking
you can't change it.
Is. So
you can't change it. It's crazy.
It depends on the channel.
You have to edit your channel name. You can change it. I've changed mine like 5 times.
Mine's not doing that right now.
You can't change it back to where it doesn't show the @ in chat.
Actually, Grid, that is an option in your side on what your live chat sees.
Yes.
As a streamer, I've had to fight with this option myself.
Yeah,
No
you're either a watcher or you're a streamer, and it's...
Yeah, you go into your stream and it will ask you what you want your live chat to see. You can change it back to show screen names versus what their channel names are. But it takes effect for the next stream.
Wait. Go where? Because
it's usually under your community settings.
It's not under the community settings right now.
Next time I go live, I'll take screenshots on my device and I'll forward them to you on how to change.
I'm on my phone,
dude. I was just really surprised that Emmett didn't even bring up vibrating vag.
That's 7 of 9 probably has one of those. She probably
that's
has
a Glenn Lawrence thing.
No, I mean, of all the things that you could have said that every guy in the world would have been like, you win, Emmett. Like, all you had to do was just say vibrating vag. I'm done.
I didn't even know that was a possibility, to be honest.
Cyborg.
But now that I know, it's added to
my
wish list and my next cyborg.
You know, Miss Emmett.
It's a fully optioned unit.
This is your wheelhouse.
Indeed. Fully functional, as Data would say. Yeah.
So Chase, you wanted to debate what now?
Apparently, I was asked to come up so I can debate that the Sith are good.
The Sith. Oh. Okay.
Yes, the Sith are the good guys. Change my mind, you will not.
So
and yes, I did have to say that like Yoda in continuation.
I think that was you were headed for Emmett as an opponent on that, right?
I really don't care who it is. My caretaker is already looking at me very angrily while my IV runs right now because I'm already on here.
Tyler wanted to take on that one, right? Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I will. But...
Somebody needs to pay for it.
I don't know. I don't know how much of the panel you want to be all fucking geek lore and bullshit. You know.
See, I know the books as well. So with me, I will be going deep into the lore.
Yeah, Chase is the biggest nerd I've ever seen.
I used to be the host of a fucking nerd podcast, bro.
No shit.
Appeal to authority.
Well, I might have to get you in on one of our D&D sessions, man. Like you and John have been asking about.
I've been playing D&D since I was 13.
No shit.
Yeah,
that's cool.
DOD, like I was telling you the other day.
Article 2, Section 4 must
since
have
I was
force.
like 8, I used to play D&D.
No shit, man.
Yo, I started playing Magic the Gathering at fucking what, 5.5 years old.
No
So
shit.
I'm a fucking nerdcore through and through. Somebody needs to pay for this debate. Sith were not the fucking bad guys.
I didn't say I was great at it.
From office if convicted.
That's all good, man. I'm a beginner too.
I do not care. Just chat needs to pay for it.
That's just a story explained.
Let's get some donos in. Me and Blitz will sit here and argue Sith versus Jedi. I'll try my best. I'll probably lose, but because I don't know the books. I don't know shit about the books.
I would legitimately summoned because I said there wasn't a challenge on this panel. They're trying to call me out, so I jumped up to prove them wrong.
Oh, the Ancom Psi guy. That's who dropped. I was like, who else dropped? But yeah, I had the Ancom Psycom guy dropped. That's unfortunate. I like that guy.
I can't grip right now while I'm on.
All right. Apparently, it was Tyler who was talking trash about me, according to Smoking Spaceman. Yo, bring the fire. Somebody pay for it.
Probably me, honestly.
We don't need money, baby. We right here. Let's go.
All right, go for it.
Bro, give your opening, dog.
I was
Gotta
too,
wait-
but
we gotta
he
wait for
was
Greg to be
definitely
ready.
talking more trash.
Be cleaner, but
was
I know you were more doing it just to get me up here. I wanted to call out the dude who actually said I couldn't debate this because I can debate either side, but the Sith were not the bad guys.
Okay.
So make your opening statement, please.
Once Grid's ready, I'm gonna drag this nutsack across your face. So just.
All right.
That sounds like code. Wow. That sounds like code, bro. I just called you out on an open panel and you're backing down. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Once Grid's ready.
Bold strategy.
Bro,
If y'all
you
ever get a new
literally just
polykill,
backed
no,
down
yeah.
after you were the one who initiated the conflict. Like, come on, dog. That is a pussy move.
All right.
He didn't back down.
Okay, Abe, I'm gonna drop you down. We're more having fun than anything else tonight. Blitz, you get to stay.
Absolutely.
Nobody's sending money tonight, so that's all right.
This
Well,
is my last one. I got a jet after this, but I was sticking around. For
No.
I
That's
can't
weak
grip while
sauce,
I'm
baby.
on
That's
here. It's
weak
fucked up.
sauce. All I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Grill this. Sorry. It takes me a minute. That's okay. All right. Normally we have a cam up rule, but since, it's fine.
In my country, if I cam up, the shit I have said online will get me arrested.
Okay. All right.
That is why I do not cam up.
No,
You
it's
in
all for shit.
Canadian land?
Yes, I am Canadian.
Yeah, okay. All right. So let's what is the exact prompt?
Are the Sith evil? That the very easy. He seems to have his opinion already set, so we're just gonna go at it.
Okay. All right.
I
Well,
thought are the Sith the bad guys?
are the
Evil
Sith
bad guys.
bad
A
Okay.
minor distinction, but yeah.
Okay. That's different than what I had originally proposed, which was the Empire were the good guys, but that's okay.
But the Empire is ruled by the Sith. They can coincide hand in hand.
Yeah, we can do the Empire. I'll do the Empire, and if you want to, it's basically just framing it. Who do you want to go first? Either way, it's fine for me.
All right, I'll let you guys hash it out. 1 minute. I'm gonna let Tyler go first, and I'll start the timer when you start talking.
All right, this debate should be obvious because Lucas intentionally wrote the Empire to be evil, wiping out entire planets because the leader didn't get the question that he asked answered, enslaving the Wookiees, the Kashyyyk, starting a galactic space war by manipulating both sides into attacking each other, and then stepping in and becoming the hero to the problem they created. They'll murder at will, they'll destroy at will. Their entire MO is they'll go to a planet and take it over, enslave or kill the people, strip it of resources, and use it to fuel either the tyranny against the people that they rule over, or to continue to make more people that they can rule over and take more planets. All the fairness, justice, and goodness that comes out of a working system, that's all represented by the Jedi. These are the oppressor. I presume my opponent here will talk about the stability and the structure brought to the universe by the Empire, but that leaves that out that they were the hidden architects behind that chaos in the first place, orchestrating it so they could step in and be the hero inorganically through deception.
All right, that was your minute.
Okay, so here's the thing. When it comes to the Sith's overall, the Empire's overall plan, it is for order and stability. However, they were not limiting what their people could learn. They did not limit how their people could act. They did not limit how their people were allowed to proceed. All they did was go after the threats who came after them initially. And it, like, you have an American flag behind you, and bro, what do you do to people who rebel against you in America? Y'all fucking bomb them. That's all the Empire did, bro. They responded in kind.
Okay. That was a nice, quick opening. And we're going to put 5 minutes on the clock. To start talking, I'll start the timer.
So when they went to the Wookiee planet, the Kashyyyk planet, and destroyed Alderaan, none of those planets were not only a threat to the Empire, but did not attack the Empire in any way prior to them going to them planets, enslaving their people, destroying their people, and strip mining them all for resources. So I'm kind of curious how you could take the defensive posture.
Okay, because here's the thing. When somebody is a planet or a nation or even a province of somebody who is rebelling against the power, or in this instance, terrorists or rebels, you respond in kind. You go after them first. Any government goes after the ones who are going after them. This is all the Empire did. They responded. Alderaan wanted to back the rebels and be a rebel hideout, so they destroyed them.
The entire planet?
Abso-fucking-lutely, because the one who was leading the planet was one of the main rebel supporters who were hiding the rebels among their own.
People that live in the forest that didn't threaten the Empire in any way and didn't start rebellion.
That's not true.
A small faction did. That's it. They wiped out and enslaved the entire planet.
If you actually know the lore, when it comes to the Wookiees, they had multiple different Jedis over the years who were Wookiees. They were Jedi-sided. They were always on the Jedi side. So when they started having the rebels, yes, the Empire took over. Just like when fucking America went to Iraq and then everything fucking hit the fan, bro.
America
they just responded in kind.
The Iraqis. That's
Bro,
not even close to
yet you drop bombs on fucking yet you drop bombs on cities, dude. Like, come on, you trying to say like it's not the same? It is the same.
No, we have a strict set of rules of war that America follows the same way the rebels followed. The rebels didn't attack civilians; they didn't enslave anybody.
The Empire stated, if you stand against us, we will respond in kind. They wanted to house a rebel faction that threatened threatened the Empire, so the Empire responded to the rebel faction by thus going and conquering the planet so that way it could not house it
That's
anymore.
tyranny. When a handful of people, the billions of people that have existed on your planet, become Jedis, and that justifies you going to their planet and turning them all into slaves.
It wasn't
and
just the fact they were Jedi.
That's
they
tyranny.
were
That's
housing
evil.
entire fucking cells and factions of rebels during the war. They were always on the Jedi side.
No.
Yes.
After.
This is canon. No, this is canon. Even before. Like, they were always on the rebel side. Once the Empire took over, rebel cells were using Kashyyyk to hide. They responded against them having terrorist cells by taking over and trying to control it the exact same way America did it to fucking Iraq, sorry.
America did not go to the Wookiee planet and kill and enslave all the Iranians in Iran. This is like the comparison is wild to me. This is
no, it's
an
not
empire
because
that goes to planets, strip mines them, turns people into slaves, murders entire planets. See,
no, because when it comes to a galactic battle, you have to think of one nation as a planet. So you felt that they were attacked, there were terrorists, so America went over to Iraq and they did what they did.
No,
the Empire on a galactic scale was trying to bring order and absolute
they blew up an entire
the
planet.
universe.
Look, I understand you're not letting me finish a sentence
they
here.
Could actually
you
control
repeat yourself
it.
and not let me finish a sentence here, but they blew up an entire planet because an interrogation didn't go their way. As an intimidation tactic, they blew up an entire planet, killed billions of people.
A
and you're saying their
planet that
excuse
was
is that
the number
some of
one
them were
planet
rebels.
to house rebels.
That's evil. That's
if
bad.
you know where the terrorists are located, do you not bomb them?
Yes. You don't blow up the entire planet.
Thank you. You just conceded the debate. Thank you.
No, because you're talking about I'm talking about blowing up the entire planet of Earth because some terrorists were over there. We don't even go into Iraq and level them. Israel is in Gaza right now.
You guys have leveled entire fucking cities.
No,
because there was fucking cells there, bro. Like, don't go there.
It's an invalid comparison that's completely off topic. It's silly. It's
not off topic. I'm making real world fucking analogies.
I know, and they're stupid. That's the point I'm making. Is your real world analogies are stupid.
Actually, fucking stand out so that we understand where I'm coming from.
The point that I'm making is you're saying it's like Iraq. We didn't go into Iraq and enslave an entire planet full of people or race full of people. No, we didn't blow them up because the negotiation didn't go our way.
You blew them the fuck up.
It's not the same thing. Yes, bombs happen.
All right.
Explosions are all the same. Yeah.
That was
like, supposed to be not the bad guys. I'll take fucking 5 more debates. That was 1 point out of like 15 I have.
It was a bad one.
That was pretty good. All right. Let's go with cleaner to start, and then we'll work our way around.
11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18. All right, so Tyler had 18 masculine and strong points, and Blitz had 13. So Tyler got that one.
But what do you qualify as masculine?
Masculine point.
Because I was talking about dominating entire planets and blowing them up. That seems pretty fucking masculine.
A masculine point would be a point that a man would make. A feminine point would be a point that a woman would make. Much like Kel earlier going, that was her feminine point.
Okay.
He's only judging.
I don't know about that, but you do you, bro.
I was kind of spurgy, Blitz. It was.
All right.
Yeah, I warned before I came up here. I was at a bonfire and I've been drinking for the last fucking 5 hours.
That's fair.
That's okay. And you're Canadian.
And I still fucking won that debate because I literally made real world analogies from what his flag and his country does to how the Empire does. So I don't know.
I didn't like Tyler's argument. I could have done better than Tyler's argument, but that we'll get into that in a minute. Anson, how we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I thought this was actually a super interesting argument because it turned into a foreign policy argument, and Tyler got really uncomfortable having the military-industrial complex that he loves so much accurately compared to the empire that it is. And it showed with his cope and rationalization that the United States projects aren't evil in the sense that the empire is evil, and therefore, the empire is actually good from Tyler's perspective, but he couldn't accept it because it would defeat his argument. Because if he thinks the United States foreign policy is good, he's got to think that,
Hey,
this is good. So I really appreciated that from an anti-interventionist perspective. I thought that was quite humorous. Anyway, in terms of fundamentals of the debate, I thought y'all were very evenly paired in your skill in terms of all aspects of the debate, the force of the argument. Both you had good style, and y'all both had a decent strategy that you used.
Kel, have you fixed the EOD thing? You got him.
I rage quit.
You rage quit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can just be a cheerleader then.
I didn't see any differences in terms of audience engagement either. But
you don't have to quit, Kel.
How I thought that Chase pulled away is I thought that his argument was a little bit more clear and precise than yours, Tyler. And so I gave it to Chase by 1 point. I gave it to Chase 18, or I guess Blitz 18, and Tyler 17.
Okay. All right.
Again, we were only arguing on the 1 point. I could have taken it into other points, but
hold on. We're not done yet. Agrillipus.
Yeah, I'm right there with Anson. I have 18 points for Blitz and 16. Actually, I must have missed something for Tyler. But they both made really, that was a pretty good back and forth. I like that.
Okay. Well, nobody's eliminated because that was just for funsies anyway. But
Yeah, anyway.
Tyler, my dude, the Empire, the Sith were literally not. You started off really well. The Sith were portrayed by Lucas on purpose as evil, led by the evil Emperor. And if your leader is evil, then the actions of that leader are evil, man. You got lost in the sauce. You let him take you into you know what? And the whole blow up the planet thing. Yeah, okay, sure. The American army goes in and does surgical strikes to eliminate insurgents, but we don't take out an entire planet, not yet anyway. And
Wait, was that side chat or your chat that they said kinetic kill?
huh?
Nobody cares about you. That's the reality. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I don't know. Sorry, I'm only pitching to my old folks home.
Children.
Yeah, children.
There you go.
So, I understand all of the. Tyler, bro, there was so many things, and you just kind of got bogged down. You let him get you bogged down in a weird place there. You don't do that.
It would have been
with such limited time. It gets away from you.
I know, right? That's the beauty of this format, is because what happens is you pick a lane and you just fucking stay in it, and you're wrong. You're not like I got to get off of this. I got to get off, but you can't.
Blitz had a silver bullet too, though, because Aldron was the financial center of the rebellion. So
that's true.
Exactly.
That's true. Tyler,
they were the biggest financial backers, so henceforth you had to deal with the entire fucking planet.
All I'm hearing here is all you guys saying America's fascist, and this flag behind me, these colors don't run. Just saying.
All I'm hearing is that a bunch of coke. So there's no way that we could, that even the U.S. would bomb an entire. Like, we haven't taken out Switzerland, and all the money flows through Switzerland.
But see, here's the thing: when it comes, like I said, you have to think of nations as planets. When a nation is going against you, you go after them. They went after them in kind. The rebellion was trying to wipe out the empire, so they wiped out them instead.
I understand the argument. I'm just saying it's a stupid argument, because even even America. We know that all the money goes through Switzerland and the Cayman Islands, and both of those countries still exist. We've not bombed them into
Well,
yet.
that's because of NATO.
But
That's because of NATO. Because if you went after
hold on.
Switzerland, you would have 37 other countries coming after you.
This is what the problem is.
Hold on. I don't think Switzerland's part of NATO.
Like,
No,
this
they're not.
analogy
They're
doesn't
Yes,
fit.
Switzerland is part of NATO.
This
Switzerland
analogy
is
doesn't fit.
100% part of NATO.
So the argument that I was really hoping someone would make was that Darth Vader and the Sith in general had a more humane philosophy in their interpretation of the Force, because they were less focused on materialism and more focused on transcendentalism, whereas the
really
Jedi were more focused on the accumulation of power and running the government generally. And the Sith were put upon and forced to not seek out the fullness of their religion because it was considered profane and heretical. And so they were a religious minority constantly persecuted by the Jedi.
But if you really watch and pay attention to the lore, the Jedi are the only ones that to obtain the absolute eternity where they can appear. You see these in the movies. They try to say that.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They
Darth Vader was a bad guy. Anakin was a bad guy, and at the end of 6, you see him.
Yeah, he brought balance.
Like you're saying, the Sith cannot do the ethereal form, but obviously they can. When Darth Vader himself showed up at the end of 6.
In the Clone Wars, they also had Sith.
He was still a Sith. He was a Sith predominantly through his life. He committed what the Jedi called unspeakable acts, and he was still able to gain that power.
That doesn't really approach the argument of what you were saying about destruction of the planet, though. Like, whenever you're talking about destruction of the planet and trying to say that, like, America is relating to that, or a good analogy in reference to anybody we've ever fought, that's not really a good reference, okay? A good reference would be like Ender in Ender's Game, all right? The kid was there, and he was tricked into doing something because he believed that what he was doing was the right thing. He was trying to stop an evil race,
The Emperor
race,
corrupted
right?
Vader and turned him into a Sith. He didn't
Hold on. I get that. A lot of people think that, but look at the way the history from 1, 2, and 3 played out, and then add that to 4, 5, and 6, and you'll see it actually looks a lot more like the Emperor and Vader both had been tricked into believing certain things about certain areas and certain planets, and so they did what they thought was right by destroying that planet to stop the rebellion and save as many lives as possible.
Hey, can someone tell Kel that smoking illegal drugs on stream is actually a TOS?
Again, that was not illegal drugs. I was outside having a cigarette after my
about Kel.
We got a couple of we got one's got TTS here.
Thank you, Kissy Cat.
She doesn't care who, but we're gonna do some more debating.
Hey,
maybe
I
Steve,
still
you're
have
welcome to
14
come up.
points about why the Sith are good, so we can continue with that.
$100 donation. Kel and her friend will kiss.
No.
Let's not.
I got $2 in from Bandit 848, so Alderaan was 9/11.
I can say that
that's a closer analogy than anything else, because nothing galvanized the resistance together until Alderaan.
Well,
Book it for $200.
Here's the thing.
Well, there was many things that put the resistance together beforehand with the Empire. It wasn't necessarily Alderaan. Alderaan was just the call to arms that caused all of the cells to unite.
There's also more to this story. Like Starkiller, freaking Vader's own apprentice went and helped Alderaan set up an entire system to fund the rebellion, and during the time he was working as a spy, he ended up finding out that, like, all the royal families on Alderaan were pooling money. They were building armies. They had turbo cannons to keep any ships from orbiting or getting close to the planet. There was no way to actually send an army. You would have to actually destroy the planet to actually take them out. You couldn't get ships close enough to land or fight them. So,
and due to the guerrilla warfare that they were doing, the only way that you could stop that guerrilla warfare and the hits on people that were civilians as well as military people would be to blow that fucking planet up.
Get your loyalists off and take the planet out.
So Abe, me and you, we're gonna go Sith. We're the good guys. Let two other people come at us. Sith, we're the bad guys.
Man, the Sith were not the good guys. Okay, they obviously
Sith
only cared
were
about
100% the good guys.
How many Sith were there at any one time, Blitz? How many?
Actually, there was many. And if you go in the books, there was actually an entire Sith temple dedicated to training Sith agents who were literally under the control of the Empire. There were thousands at one point during book 46.
The Jedi
Darth Bane dropped a mana bomb on him.
The fucking Jedi went in and committed genocide and fucking slaughtered them all.
Genocide?
No,
Good for the
Darth Bane
Jedi.
did.
Good for the fucking Jedi. Okay, that was righteous genocide.
Yo, you're
That was
saying good
righteous
for the
genocide.
Jedi. You're saying good for genocide.
Alright,
You're
guys,
saying
guys,
good for
guys,
child
guys.
abduction. You're saying good for limiting knowledge. You're saying good for limiting growth. Like, yo, let's go, BOD. Let's go.
All right, so guys, first of all, when the TTS hammers out, we got to be quiet. Second, $40 comes in from Anson Knowles, our Clippy LeClumer guy. Is Captain Kirk's insatiable alien fucking spree hotter than Captain Picard's refined tea-sipping dominance play?
Why is this so incredibly fucking gay, Anson? Are you trying to tell us something?
Incredibly gay, Anson.
Anson's gay.
This sounds like an Anson versus Abe duel.
That would be so good.
I'll be a guest judge.
just
Can I be a
Anson
guest
versus
judge?
Abe.
I'll take that. Yeah. Or Emmett. Let Emmett be a guest judge. He's been here longer than me.
Yeah. I don't know who was eliminated between the Emmett and
Kel
debate.
Kel was.
I won.
Kel was. Emmett
Let's
was
just
not.
crash out Kel. She's just crashing in.
All three judges were on.
You went out the window. Back to.
By the way, we have a lot of first-time people here, and I have to remind everybody that you're going to get upset. You're going to feel angry, and you're going to want to spurg out and say some shit. But just remember.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
It's just a meme. You're just like a meme.
I don't know how you got Sarah to say that, but
Hey, Grid.
kudos to you, Grid.
That's not Sarah.
It's easy to get Sarah to say whatever you want if you give her enough money. I mean, you know.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
My friend Zoe that clip. Your favorite clip?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love you, Sarah. Mini tomatoes in the chat.
Oh,
I'm
she
sorry.
wants you to play the Kel crash out clip.
Oh yeah. Oh, she wants the kill cash. I have multiple kill clash out.
I'll give you.
Bro, I'm obviously not. I told you like multiple times that I'm not fucking like gonna respond to like. I can't understand like just a whole like wall of like text. You can like say something and respond or not, but I'm like you're like obviously I'm not gonna engage with your argument like that. Like.
I like that one the most because she starts it out by going, "I like cuck."
It looks like there's a lightning bolt for a second.
It's so good. It's so good. Where's the new one? Hang on, I gotta find the new one again. I got a new one.
Uh-oh.
Got a new one. Where is it?
Like already a classic.
It is one of the best. It
Oh.
really is.
Grid. I have one for you.
You got one for me?
He's
Oh,
got his
gosh.
Cal clips. He's a fan.
Give me a. Yeah.
We live in the land of clips.
Where's my
This
other
is
clip?
great. This is one of the best.
I don't know.
There it is. Now I got it. Here we go.
All right.
We can hear you, Tyler.
Hey Tyler, your mic is hot.
You're hot. Your mic's hot.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. He just calls you a dog.
I've seen him a lot of times.
All right, let me dig up this clip.
Mute him before you do anything. Fuck.
That was an instant classic too.
All right, I'm gonna get the clip up here. I got the clip. Where's the clip? Gotta find it. There it is.
Me, I'm laughing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking to my chat.
All right, so.
What did you do?
Why is there no? Oh, there it is.
I've asked that question.
Hold on.
Ryan is living the high life. Do you think Ryan gets the good end of the stick? Everyone fucking hates Ryan.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Let's go. I'll be showing that clip. Alright, sneak on out of there. I know what you did, Siffy. I know what you did, and it breaks my heart.
You pee outside, don't you? You're such a bad girl. Bad girl.
Look at her. Come on.
You're a bad girl.
It's okay. Come on.
You already peed.
Come on. Step. Come on. Come on. Go. Stiffy. Come on. It's okay. No. Sith? No. You tripping and you get some of this, bro. Breaking Bad episode, just one?